Welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group's Twitch channel. We're glad you guys could join us for another episode of our D&D 5th Edition campaign, The Blackest Heart, where we use Talespire for maps and combat. So, as always, we need to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They are a family-owned, locally owned here in Central Florida company that has all your gaming needs for your table. Dice bags, dice trays, roll-out maps that you can, grid maps you can draw on, and a cubic ass ton of miniatures. And I'm talking little miniatures, like regular size miniatures, and then big creatures, and then really big creatures like even a Tarrasque and all that kind of shit. Plus some amazing dice towers that they do as well. And they have some really awesome dice. It's probably not going to show up too well on the camera because of the thing that likes to kind of glitch out a little bit. But there you go. That's just an example of one of their dice. They have all these awesome things. I've gone ahead and put their link in the chat. Go ahead and follow that. Check out their stuff. And if you see something you like and you decide to buy it, make sure you use TOGG15 at checkout. That's TOGG15 at checkout, and you'll get 15% off your purchase. All right, enough for the sponsor spot there. Next thing, a couple quick things to go through. It is getting close, very, very close. Probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks max. Lair D&D will go live. So for all you dungeon masters out there that are professional dungeon masters and want to earn a few bucks, you'll be able to hop on over to Lair D&D, make an account, sign up. And then this gives you an opportunity for players to find you and come on in and set up their own accounts and say, oh, hey, I want that person to be my dungeon master. And then they can hire you and you can earn some money doing something that you love doing. So make sure to look for that. I will keep you posted when it does go live. But definitely we are looking for dungeon masters to kind of fill out their information and make this thing a nice reality so that people have a place to go to find dungeon masters in whatever area they're at. Oh, hey, Demon Gun, what's up? Thank you for the resub. 18 months, damn. Nice, very nice. All right, that way to start off a stream. Excuse me. But yeah, that's our kind of it for our announcements, unless anyone else has anything they want to announce.
I stream on my channel, Dragonfire45. Currently playing the new Pokemon game, Legend Arceus. And I've got a YouTube channel as well under the same name, Dragonfire45.
All right. And also, Demon Gun, since you're in the chat, let me know if you could hear Eurydice there, because we did have some audio issues last week, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But we had some audio issues last week and could not hear the players at all. Yep, audio is good. Good to hear. Awesome. All right. So, are there any other announcements? Going once? Going twice? No? Okay. Then, in that case, without further ado, we bring you The Blackest Heart. All right, and we are back. Well, to fill you in on where we last left off, I actually have to give you a quick recap of last week's episode because, as mentioned, none of the audio from the players actually recorded. For half the stream, it seemed to be going out and people could hear it on stream, but then it cut out completely and none of their audio recorded. So that was brutal. So unfortunately, I am not going to be putting that version up on the YouTube channel. So a quick recap of what happened. The party had just had a nice tour of the new pocket dimension that Jacob had created, where he was setting up a place of respite for themselves, a place of safety for others in this kind of Aurum Vipera, or whatever they have officially decided to call it. I haven't gotten an official word as if that's the name or not. But on this group that he and Rhogar were attempting to create. So kind of a place of safety for them, a place of respite for the party, as well as a school of magic of various kinds. He had given the party a tour of it and showing them around. However, very shortly after he stepped out, he was informed that, well, there was a visitor on the front steps. It actually turned out to be Zeroth, who was beaten to fuck. And he, was being currently bandaged up by some of the assistants, the help at the castle. But Zeroth gave them bad news. News that Rhogar had fallen in battle. They then went and took that news to go and tell the others, entering the pocket dimension to find Eurydice and Diana and inform them, and Razmith, and inform them what was going on. As Zeroth recounted the tale, which we did in a kind of a flashback of the battle that Rhogar and Zeroth fought against members of the Path somewhere in the middle of the Wildlands at a ruined temple where someone that Rhogar had recognized, the leader of the Path that he and Eurydice had met in Bennett's Bridge, where he was standing.
And joined their cult.
Yeah, and kind of joined their cult, or at least played along for a while.
Technically, we were on the mission for them. And
you were kind of on a mission for him to prove your worth.
We just never came back.
Exactly. Which was probably a good thing. But
Probably
they
tipped them off a bit.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. But they during that battle, they noticed that the leader seemed to move with an unnatural speed, as if not even, moving from place to place, like a speedster would, so to speak, if you want to go with that. But just like appearing, and he wasn't actually teleporting either. It was quite odd. And the whole time he was holding one of the black stones in his hand. And, well, Rhogar and Zeroth were severely outnumbered. And especially when the leader himself decided to step in and add his own little twist of pain and fun to their confrontation. It was clearly going to be the end of them. At which point, Rhogar looked to Zeroth, told him to tell the others, what's happened here and what they've seen, and charged into the masses of enemy in order to give Zeroth a chance to escape. And escape he did, but not in the typical running away fashion. A blinding flash of light occurred about Rhogar, and the next thing Zeroth knows, his very hit point depleted form was standing on the steps of a large castle in a snowy mountains. And that is where his flashback tale ended. Upon hearing this news and hearing how Zeroth had actually seen Rhogar fall in battle, taking many, many hits from sword, spear, and crossbow bolt, the rest of the party went through the stages of grief. There was outright
Eurydice
denial.
is still in denial.
Yeah, there's outright denial. There's anger. And there's sadness.
Eurydice and I are both in denial.
Of both. Yes, you have informed me that until you see the body, even then you may be skeptical.
Uh-huh.
But at that point, the party decided, or started talking about, I should say, what they should do next.
Anime prepares you for everything.
Say again?
Anime prepares you for everything.
Exactly. They started prepping and deciding what they should do next. Do they seek vengeance for Rhogar? What path do they follow in order to stop the path? They were discussing it and coming up with thoughts and ideas about it. And that's kind of where we left off, as they were finishing up some discussion on
Well,
where should we go
we had
next.
met
Oh,
the
yes.
the
Yes.
boy,
I
baby,
apologize.
Grown man.
I
the
apologize.
child.
I had forgotten that I had not said that yet. Besides Zeroth, another visitor showed up. Not too long after the telling of the tale of the fall of Rhogar was done. That visitor also appeared on the steps of the castle, and upon doing so, Lady Redstone, noticing some kind of new person just appearing, went and once again grabbed Jacob and said, "You need to see this." Which eventually the entire rest of the party was alerted that,
Eurydice after she had destroyed a dining room
yes, which she
and probably
thoroughly
table with her
destroyed it. Of course, it's magical. It'll be back. It'll be back. You don't have to worry about property damage in there too much.
exactly why she destroyed it,
Exactly.
and why she's gonna keep destroying it until it stays destroyed.
Oh, fuck.
But the entire party then ends up meeting this fairly odd and young mage who appears human, named Gavin, who claims he's from a completely alternate universe and actually travels to different places quite frequently, but this is the first time he's ever been to this universe, and he's not sure when he's going to pop back out. It's kind of a random thing sometimes. But he described how he had witnessed the end of the battle between Zeroth and Rhogar and used an emergency use item that would teleport a target to a place of safety amongst friends in order to save Zeroth. And then upon doing so, from his kind of place observing all this amongst the trees and the foliage of this jungle that they're in, kind of out of sight of everyone else, he then used a divination spell to basically scry on the person that he had just sent away to find out where he was, make sure he made it there, and then teleported himself, because he figured probably shouldn't stay here. And he described all that and explained all that as the party questioned him about everything. And, it seemed that they have something in common. There seems to be some kind of link to this Gavin and his ability to go home. Somehow tied to the events that are going here, and whether or not he's going to actually be able to go home until things are fixed. So that is pretty much where we left off now. Unless I'm missing anything else. Please,
Yes.
by all means.
There were points. Diana and Eurydice were arguing most of the time about which stone to get first.
Yes.
The elemental stone or the stone that the church had, the planar one.
Mm-hmm.
And Eurydice eventually figured, well, Diana and Jacob have already been to Astron.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good chance that Jacob would remember a door clearly enough where they could get to it via the key, the pocket dimension key.
Yeah, you had come up with that after Diana and Eurydice actually sat down and like, look, no, I get it, we have to get all the stones, but like the order of things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that was just essentially kind of the compromise they had, Eurydice had come up with.
Yep. So that's where you guys are at. You're basically all currently kind of standing around, still in the main kind of main foyer, main entryway of the castle.
Well, no, because Diana had taken Gavin to Jacob's study.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Remember?
so
That's
read
right.
And
books.
Xeroth had
It's-
remained outside.
it's
He
been a
was
week.
still gathering trees.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was yeah.
He was currently knocking them down with his bare hands and creating a
Yes.
nice big pile of them.
Yes.
As a
Making a good
memorial.
pyre.
Mm-hmm.
Fit for a king.
A king that never
No.
was.
He was the king of song. The one.
He was the king of our hearts.
Yes.
Well, from Xeroth's perspective, he remembers being told that his kingdom was was down below, and he was like part of the north,
Mm-hmm.
and Jacob was part of the south. To him, Rhogar technically was royalty.
Mm-hmm.
So to him, this is trying to commemorate a friend.
And that's very cool. I give you props for that.
Checking Greece.
So,
Eurydice,
in general, you guys are at the palace. You may be in different rooms and things like that. Diana having shown Gavin the library.
Well, no, we were all in Jacob's study.
Did you all win? Okay, very
Yeah.
well.
Xeroth is literally the only one who has no idea how to get to your study.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you entered and asked, someone would lead you to where the rest of the
No,
party
I think you
is.
went with us.
He's
You
just
gave
standing
Ulysses
outside the
head of
castle,
guy
just
that you
going,
had decapitated.
Jacob!
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go?
If you did
you-
that, someone would come out and lead you to where they're at.
I think Xeroth did come into the study with them.
Okay.
The
Call
first time,
saying I did.
but then he had given Eurydice the head of
Oh,
someone
yeah.
that he decapitated in the fight, and Eurydice had like punted it out the window or something, and Xeroth
Okay.
had gone to get it.
Yeah, and then I went out to go get it. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm not remembering all of this, but to be honest,
Well, you weren't paying attention
yeah,
very much, so
near the
So that
end,
was,
I was trying
that
to
was at the
fix.
very end.
Yeah, I was trying to fix
Yeah.
the audio,
Yeah.
so I wasn't really paying attention to the discussion and what you guys were doing. I was trying to fix everything, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
But hey, that happens. So you're all in the study, and
And
you're working out exactly where to go and what to do. So
so
right
Eurydice, I'll look at Diana. Key thing.
Key thing.
Do you think it'll work?
I don't see why not if it works the way Jacob was explaining it did.
Does he remember the tavern door clearly enough?
That is a question you would have to ask him.
Jacob, do you remember the tavern door clearly enough?
I remember some tavern doors.
Jacob is also sick and may not be immediately answering.
okay,
I mean, which tavern door am I trying to remember?
The one in Astron.
Oh God, do I remember?
well, considering you have the keen mind feat,
But it has been over a month since
it
I've been
has
there.
definitely been over a month. But you know what? What I will say is, go ahead and just give me and I'll say give me an intelligence check at advantage because you have the keen mind feat.
Sure. Pick that for advantage. That's just going to be a flat 16.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 at first.
Okay. Well, that's definitely better than a 3 then.
Yes.
So, you feel like you know it pretty well, but you're not quite sure if it's gonna be enough for what you need for the key or not. It'll be close, but you're figuring the only way to really know is to try it.
Gotcha.
Worst that you know that the worst thing that happens is it just doesn't work.
We go
Alright.
door hopping like in Monsters Inc. Just like we close the door, and then we put the key in again, and then not the right tavern, close the door, take the key out, open it again.
Snow cones.
One of them will work.
So are we gonna get all our stuff and we're gonna go?
have everything. Evan also has everything. So confused with what's going on, but yeah.
So clearly, we're just waiting on you. Hurry up.
All right. Well,
So, hang on. I would like to make sure Jacob can get things set up with the simulacrum for myself for my daughter while I'm gone.
Right.
Is that
How
like
long is it gonna
similar?
take?
Not
Well, Jacob doesn't. Does Jacob have to? Jacob can just open the door for us and do the simulacrum, here. He doesn't necessarily
Except
need
he's
to go in.
the only one who knows the door.
Yes, he can open the door to the place.
Eurydice, I would like to properly say goodbye to my child
No,
before
that's what
we
I'm saying.
just
We
leave.
can come back. We can come back. This is just
So-
to check in on the church.
And knowing our luck with a lot of us, it's never just going there and back.
You know what? That's fair.
So, Jacob is going to go in. At this point, they're rich. Let's see.
Not throwing away his money, right?
He's going to go on ahead and go up to Diana and. I'm sorry, this is going to hurt for a second. Pull out a piece of hair.
Ow.
I need it. Sorry. It was either that or literally take a piece of your claw, and I don't think you would want me to do that one. So, and then puts it down and slowly goes through, and as per usual, he's kind of gotten it set up because if he was going to fix Jeremiah, he would need to. He goes to the stockpile of just random fucking snow.
Okay.
And we'll go through the process of getting that
Got a
together.
refrigerator.
And just slowly is refining and making it look like Diana in a snow form.
Okay.
And then this will take 12 hours.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's an involved
I'm
spell.
gonna be bored.
Yes,
Like
so-
I said, our group never has the luck of being able to just go somewhere and immediately leave. There's always shenanigans that happens.
Yeah, and it's D&D, so.
that do be how D&D works.
Yep.
It doobie-doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Which, after that, he'll just then sprinkle the powdered ruby that is needed for it,
Okay.
that I had assumed at this point the kingdom would have.
Yeah, you guys were there for a year building everything back up. It's not quite up to its, former glory in the days of Diana's father ruling. But
And
it's
before-
getting there. And you
and then
do have
before the
enough
spell-
funds.
And then before the spell ends, apologies, could I have all of you leave for a few
Yeah, sure.
moments?
Including me?
I mean, technically you can stay. You know what you look like.
All right, I'll be outside.
Yeah, it's 12-hour spell. Eurydice wouldn't stick around the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not waiting. I'm so sorry.
Yep. The stack of trees outside has grown. And,
No, and then suddenly after the
Started to
12 hours,
recruit people in the local area to start building the fire.
okay.
after
Eurydice will
12
help,
hours.
but she will say the entire time, like, I don't know why we're doing this. He's still alive. I refuse to believe that he's dead. And even if he is dead, I will bring him back just so I can slap him because he's an idiot for dying without us.
and then we'll go through and finish up,
Okay.
and then a naked form of Diana shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and now is in that space.
Okay. And I
That's why
assume
he wanted us to leave.
you wrap some clothes on her and all
Mhm.
that. All right. So, yeah,
Um,
Diana, you now see You.
Diana.
At least I still look good after birth.
I guess that's one way to look at it. So, anyways, I'm assuming she had brought in clothes that she normally wears, so he will provide it to the new form of Diana, and then just kind of explain to the new form of Diana everything that she's capable of.
Okay.
So I'm meant to be here and play Mother and Queen while you lot run off?
That is accurate to the statement there.
Mm-hmm.
Seems simple enough. What are you gonna do if people start asking why there's two of us?
Well, when things need to be handled, I'll handle it. For the time being, no one knows there's two of you.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Diana and her copy doing that entire fucking thing now.
What thing?
Oh, Nick is sitting next to me going, prepare for trouble. Nick, no.
Oh God.
And just going through the entire Team Rocket slogan.
Nice.
Well,
Haha.
there you are. Enjoy yourself?
That, you see, that makes it sound weird.
No, I'm going to go.
All right, so you have the rest of you, after 12 hours have passed, and you've taken care of some business. Zeroth, with Eurydice's help, building the pyre. Diana and Jacob dealing with creating the simulacrum. Diana also probably occasionally having to deal with a few things here and there during that 12-hour period with administration of the castle. And then, of course, spending time with Saloon, to kind of...
I would tell Redstone about
Yep.
the doppelganger
Yeah.
and maybe a couple other,
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
I don't know, like, you don't
No,
want to have...
it would, yeah, Redstone and all the high ups of her inner circle would get the explanation of like, hey, I'm leaving. That's here to fill in the meantime.
Okay.
It'll think the same way as me. It'll act the same as me. It'll make the same choices as me.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is technically you.
Yeah.
It's just a construct.
Yeah.
That's
So that way, while I'm gone, do with it what you need to. And hey, even if I die, you still have your queen.
that's not reassuring.
Yeah.
Morbid.
Yeah. But when you tell Redstone, she nods and she makes sure to that she'll go and explain to the other people that you listed out as to, okay, these people need to know. And
Yeah, I don't think you need an evil clone situation.
yeah, and it's 12 hours, so you guys have also had a few meals and everything, and it is now later into the evening, probably like, we'll call it 8 o'clock or so, 9 o'clock. And Gavin, what have you been doing this entire time?
I felt like Gavin just wandered around aimlessly. Got
Eurydice
cold.
probably would have made him help with a pyre.
Yeah, I mean, I know some fire magic.
Okay.
I'm cold. I'm out here wearing like camper shorts in the
you
winter.
poor boy.
Well, that's your
I'm
fault.
a grown man.
Yeah.
I
Well-
come from a very hot place. I live in a swamp.
Dude, I am probably the equivalent of like 19 years old. I'm older than you, so you are a child.
Yeah. Well, either way.
Even if I was only like 2 months older than you, you would still be child.
I could be from a different timeline. You
Child.
guys are dead in my world. Where'd my dice go? There
So
it is.
yeah, if you do mention that you are cold, and you ask about it, eventually someone
People
will
wouldn't
provide you with some warm clothing to wear.
You tell Eurydice, and she's just like, yeah, no, that happens here. It doesn't do anything.
I just want a really big coat. I don't want to mess up my clothes or
Yeah.
wear someone else's clothes.
Yeah, they can find you a really nice big warm coat.
Oh,
Yeah, just-
Eurydice wants
You
to make
don't
sure,
want to
like,
wear
she
Gerald's
can't,
sour bear pelt. It stinks.
It's a bear pelt.
Owl bear pelt.
Eurydice can't use the spell Revivify yet, but she wants to make sure she has some diamonds for when she figures out how to use that spell.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
you know, there is that, resource available here at the castle. It's just whether or not,
you probably would have gone to, like,
Yeah.
a jeweler's to get it.
if you want to go to a jeweler's to get it, that's perfectly fine.
Help the economy.
Yeah, it definitely would. But yeah, you are able to find what you need. How many castings of it are you looking for, though?
Let's do 3 just to be safe.
Okay. So 3 castings of Revivify.
Your friend had 4 diamonds on him.
Yep.
Couldn't grab it though.
So yeah,
So sorry.
you're able to find them. That's going to cost you 1,200 gold.
Okay. How much is that in platinum?
1.2. Sorry, that would be 100 platinum and 200 gold, or I guess you could say 120 platinum.
Okay.
Yeah. I
And,
wish I brought my purse with me.
no, that's not how I spell it.
How did you get that much money?
Huh?
Sorry, I zoned out for a moment. My brain heard platinum.
Yeah, no, we had a bunch of platinum. We got a bunch of platinum
Gotcha,
for some reason, and I've been spending it like crazy.
Gerald's broke.
Oh, don't worry. I'm also broke. I don't think my money works here.
What kind of money do you have?
I just hold up some strange looking. I mean, they're gold coins. They're just,
Gerald will just motion over to, can I have one?
Are they
Oh,
like
sure,
the Chinese coins where like the ancient Chinese coins where you can like put them through a string?
Sure. Oh, I know
Yay.
Eberron uses a different coin system
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yep, and they on the front side of it is some weird person's face that you can't really tell. It's not very well, designed. So either that person is just really freaking ugly, or it's just like a bad mold of it. And on the backside looks to be
Eurydice will choose to
some
believe
kind
the
of
former.
building. Say again.
Eurydice will choose to believe the former.
Okay.
No, he is just really ugly. Hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yay.
All right. So, as it now gets to 8-9 o'clock at night, and you all find yourself, at the dinner table, food in front of you, drink available, and Lady Redstone kind of is sitting there with you and looks to all of you and says, so will you be leaving straight away after dinner or in the morning?
Eurydice looks at Redstone. She's wearing her full armor, and she's got her axe strapped to her back, and all her knives and stuff on her, and she's like, I vote now.
I would.
Travel during the day.
It would.
Snow everywhere.
Well, we are teleporting, but it's not gonna do us any good to show up in the town when the church is most likely shut down to the public during the evening.
Well, I can say, we can still just go in there. There are rooms for everyone to sleep, and then can take it in the morning to get there, or we can take it that night and still sleep in here. So it depends.
For easy travel, so whichever one's gonna be easier.
Admittedly, I've been enjoying the comfortability, so I'd rather take that route.
No
I have no clue what you guys are talking about, but yeah.
I got lost too.
At least I'm
All I
not
know
the
is
only
like
one.
morning.
Diana's saying, I really don't want to leave right this second. This is my last chance to sleep in a comfortable bed.
No, we've got the
This isn't your
Yeah.
last chance.
To her, it is.
okay,
Talk like you're gonna die.
like her own
Oh,
bed.
knowing
like,
her luck with the group, it's possible.
Yeah, she might. You never know.
Okay, that's fair.
Just stay behind me. But don't get like too close, because I do get close.
Honestly, it's not that hard to just say we go in there and then
Zeroth,
we actually.
I just realized something. We're axe buddies now.
Oh yeah, Eurydice wields a double-bladed axe now.
Yeah.
I thought we were about to
Well,
start
that's
comparing
amazing.
axlets.
What?
You've never hit yourself with your axe?
Why would I do that? It's sharp and
And
it hurts people.
Zell's just gonna kind of show his shoulder where he rested it on his shoulder a little too hard one day, and it just kind of cleaved into his
See,
shoulder blade.
That's why I have armor. Because I am also squishy. So
You are kind of squishy. Well, right.
I should probably say, if I like, how do I put this? If I have to use my sword, like we better be fighting, because it's a lot of magic in here. So yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's a haste spell attached to it.
Oh my god.
I mean, my contingency. Yeah. So if I unsheath my sword, I need to make sure like we're doing
Like
it.
you're when you unsheath it, you're just like, yeah, boom, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's like it's on.
We go
Yeah,
now.
I'm in attack mode.
I will say,
As
when
opposed
we
to
go
defense
into the
mode.
church, we're not immediately going to start fighting or drawing weapons when we go to talk to them. I hope everyone is aware of this.
No, it's a purely
I
diplomatic
really
mission
would
with
hope
those
so.
guys.
It's a church.
But if we run into trouble, that's what we're talking about.
Let's make sure they're actually people we should be dealing with before we start killing or hurting people inside of the city.
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry, because been talking kind of amped me up. I'm kind of glad you clarified that we're not going to be hurting the church. Because I would have felt really bad.
Damn, there go. You know, if Oak was here, he'd be like, no, plan AK-47.
Interesting.
I had
It was to
forgotten
burn
about
down-
that until you brought that up.
It was to burn down the church. They didn't give us the stone back.
Speaking of, Diana's also gonna use what little time she has to say goodbye to, like, you know, her inner circle and Oak, who were essentially running her kingdom while she's gone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hence why she's like, I don't want to leave right this second. I still have shit I gotta do.
So you spend after dinner, a couple hours, so you're up a little bit late, making sure to engage in the formalities and pleasantries, and connections with those that you are close to and trust in the kingdom.
Oak does get excited if
Okay.
you mention going back to the church, and he genuinely thinks you're gonna burn it down.
I'm not correcting him, but I'm not telling him what we're actually doing.
Jacob will also spend, if permitted, basically not sleeping for a little bit to set up another simulacrum of himself,
Okay.
which he can't do today, but he does go to sleep And so before they travel again, he is going to do another one to make sure that it goes off.
Okay.
To make another version of just himself with clothes so that he can also be there.
Yeah, that isn't Jeremiah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, you guys managed to do all that.
And back to the city.
All right. So, how are you getting there? What is your plan? Let's hear it.
Well, we're going into the pocket dimension, right?
Mm-hmm. And then to exit the pocket dimension, we're having Jacob open the door, imagining the door inside the tavern.
I mean, that sounds pretty much how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just step out.
Okay.
Either into the tavern or out onto the street. Who
Okay.
knows?
So, Jacob, as
Yep.
all of you prepared and ready to go inside the pocket dimension,
Eurydice has her horse with her.
you okay? Is this a sentient horse?
No.
Oh,
It's the horse that Eurydice brought this horse when she opened the pocket dimension door.
oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, she brought a horse with her.
Okay. So, Jacob, you begin to visualize in your mind's eye, as best you can remember, the tavern door from the tavern that you guys stayed at, the Inn and Tavern in Asteron. And you're focusing on it, holding the key up in your hand. You can feel the magical energies build in the key. You reach out and put the key into an invisible mid-air keyhole and begin to turn it. And I need you to make an Arcana check.
Alrighty. Let's see. Where did you?
I
There
would
you are.
ask if I could help.
Eurydice
but,
is going to cast.
let me see if there's a spell I can cast
guidance.
to help you.
Guidance? Okay.
You get a D4.
Wait, is this an ability check?
It is an ability check.
Hey, can I also give him a bardic die? Do you even need a bardic die?
You could.
Oh yeah, I don't think immolation's gonna help you.
No.
Because this is to make sure we get to where we need to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do
I
you want the
I
bardic
will
die?
allow guidance and a bardic die, yeah.
What is your bardic die?
It's either a D10 or a D12. Let me
I
check.
think you're at D10 right now, but soon to be D12.
Yeah, I'm at D10.
Okay.
All right. Doing all the things together. The D4 landed diagonally. Wow. All right. So that's a 7 on the D10, a 4 on the D4, and a 19 on my regular roll, plus 15.
Oh my god.
So your total is, I just want to hear this number.
So it is 11
40?
plus 19.
Mhm.
It's 22.
11 plus 19.
It's
No,
30.
that's 32.
No, that's 30.
That's 30 flat.
Oh.
45.
45.
Jeez.
Almost
Okay.
close.
I will say this. You are extremely lucky. Because and not entirely lucky, but extremely lucky that you work together as a party on that, because
That's fair.
that was a DC 35.
Oh my god, yes.
Because you had never done this before and never done this to that door, and you didn't really nail remembering what the door looked like.
It was just a
So, thanks to some guidance and bardic inspiration and good skill on your part, as you turn the key, you all see this outline appear. And as the outline appears and solidifies, a door kind of apparates into being in the space of the outline and swings open. And on the other side of this, you see the streets of Asteron.
Holy shit, it
shit.
worked?
Oh my god. I didn't expect it to work.
I didn't think it was actually gonna work.
Well,
It won't be that difficult from now on because you've done it.
right.
Teleporting's not that hard, I have to say.
Shut up.
For you, for
Hmm?
us, this is new.
Well,
Oh,
You guys make me nervous when even you weren't even sure if your own magic was gonna work.
I fully believe in him, but I've never heard of magic like this, so I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah.
I guess I could
How do
have
you think
helped
I
you,
feel?
but whoops.
Eurydice will step out onto the street with her horse.
Diana is going to bounce forward excited and just look at the busy street, and she's like, I can start singing again!
Yeah, and
When did you stop?
and
There she
as
can.
Because we kept being almost killed!
and as you, Eurydice, as you are exiting with your
Does it look
horse,
like I'm...
it looks like you're coming out of the tavern on horseback.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't.
Oh, you're just walking him?
I'm just walking it.
Okay,
Just
but even
like,
so,
I'm leading a horse out
you're
of the
leading a
tavern.
horse out of the tavern. So the people on the streets, they're like, "What the fuck?" Everyone else on the inside, all they see is what looks like the door still shut on their side.
Uh-huh.
But the people in the
Before I
street,
heard a joke about this one.
you've got several eyes looking at you like,
What?
obviously, why the hell did she have a horse in the tavern? Did they even allow that? What's going? What the hell?
Don't
just
they
like,
remember about a year ago there was a horse in the tavern?
yeah, there was, but he also had a human half.
Yeah, but how did the horse get loose in the tavern?
But yep, that's so yeah. You all,
There's a
Diana,
horse.
yeah, you're out
In-
in the street. There is tons of people around, and it's actually a beautiful day out today.
It's so nice that we can walk into a city and just enjoy adventuring again without the possibility of being arrested 5 feet in.
Eurydice is there like a wanted poster board somewhere?
Not right here, but you could look around and see if you could find one.
Eurydice is gonna look around as they go through the city to the church, because she's curious, because I'm pretty sure she's been here before
You,
at some point.
with your high passive perception, and the fact that you are actively looking,
Yes.
you will notice one. Some
Yes.
wanted posters located somewhere, and when you go take a look, you see there are several different posters stuck up there. Looks like rewards on a couple of them for 50 gold for information about this person, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you notice that, like, kind of half sticking out from under a couple newer ones is an older one.
Uh-huh.
And you just catch enough of the, like, kind of the curvature of the drawing of the face
Eurydice
that it
will
makes you
stop
look
and
at it.
go and look at it.
Yeah.
She's like, she's gonna go over and she's gonna pull it out.
And it is clearly you.
Haha.
And
God damn it.
and it says 10 gold in conjunction with pickpocketing and petty theft.
I'm worth more than 10 gold, these bastards.
Diana's just gonna like come up behind her and glance over her shoulder. Wow. It's a baby you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would figure that this was probably very early on after you lost your memories originally.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is if we give 10 gold, we may get more compensation.
No,
bringing
you
the
would be
reward.
rewarded 10
Yeah.
gold for
Yes.
giving information of her.
But what if we get compensation by giving them to her and then we just give it to ourselves? It's
Wouldn't
not
she
like
have
we
to break out afterwards? And I really
go
don't
to
want to deal
wherever
with that.
office put up
I
the
have a
wanted
great idea.
poster.
I have a
Oh god,
great idea to
Eurydice,
make it
and Diana's gonna go after her. Zeroth.
I could,
work. Never mind.
I was like, I could just teleport her
Who's
out.
that?
It's very
Yeah.
easy.
It's not a hard thing to teleport her in and out of
Yeah.
a cell.
Yeah, I could just open
But no,
an
Eurydice
arcane
will
gate.
go to wherever office the wanted posters are being, or the police station, basically.
Okay.
Diana's like hot on her trail right behind her. It's like, Eurydice, I understand what you're thinking, but I hope you understand that if you walk in there, you may be arrested, and then I have to get you out of it.
Not if I pay my bail.
I mean, we could just pay your bail.
And what about the rest of you? Are you following
But why
along
would
on
we waste the money?
these crazy shenanigans as Eurydice is
Well-
running off and Diana's hot on her tail?
I mean,
One,
I would assume
The
James
church might not
followed.
talk to us if I'm a wanted criminal here, and honestly, I just think this is hilarious.
You know what? Why not?
I mean, you could just go in and pay the 10 gold for your bounty.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay, there you go. That was my idea. Simple as that.
Practical as ever. Barbarians, man. You know?
Yeah.
Straight to the
I
point.
don't know why, but every time I think of Gavin, I just keep picturing Venti from Genshin. And I don't know why.
Not what you think.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know why I have that stuck in my head. I think it's because he's a small child-looking thing.
You're
Who's
you're
not
on
a child.
you're literally on fire tonight. Bringing that one up and then bringing up the Team Rocket freaking song, in good references to him too. Oh,
Easy. It's like
all right. So, few minutes of walking down the streets, you do find a local guard post.
Okay. Eurydice will go in.
Diana's right behind her.
Can I help you?
Yes, she slams the wanted poster down. I'm here to turn myself in, or pay the bail.
And Diana's gonna quickly interject. What she means is she's recently come into a new position within the church, and she wanted to make sure to deal with any prior instances from her old life to ensure that when she moves forward, she's completely guilt-free.
Yeah. Okay.
So you would be
Yeah.
polite enough to just accept the bounty, right?
Ma'am, hold on. And he takes the wanted poster. He looks up at you. Looks down at the wanted poster. Looks up at you.
And Diana's like leaning on top of her head, just grinning at the guard.
Then he goes. Kind of rolls it up nicely. Says, "One moment." Gets up from his seat. Walks back into another room. And you hear from which it's a little bit ways away, so it's
Eurydice
a
will
little
turn to
harder to
Diana.
hear.
Eurydice will turn to Diana. She's like, I don't even remember how much I stole.
It's a little
Don't bring
hard to
that up.
hear, but not too much. You kind of hear like, yes, sir. All right, very well. Here it
Arrest
is.
her immediately.
Yeah, arrest her immediately.
You're sure?
Fuck.
Aye, sir. He comes back out and sits back down, takes the rolled up wanted poster, and he kind of just sets it down on his little desk there and says, as far as we can tell, statute of limitations is up on this anyway. And he
Damn it.
rips it up.
Well, that is very kind of you, sir. We thank you for your time. Let's go,
And then
Eurydice.
Eurydice's just like, if Diana's dragging her out, Eurydice is fighting this because she's pissed. She's like,
And Diana's just like dragging her.
Eurydice
She
just
knows this
shouts
already.
like, I'm worth more than 10 gold, you bastard.
Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
that's incredible.
And
Okay, anyway, let's go to
there
the
you go.
church.
all right. So is that what you're all doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Because I forgot I have it. I will call forth my familiar from its temporary home.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I call forth my familiar? Would be technically on another plane of existence.
Oh,
your
man.
your abilities and spells and all that are still going to work just fine here.
Okay, yeah. A
Yeah,
little
I-
frog appears on my shoulder.
Okay.
Aww. Rogue.
Is his name also Jeremiah?
No, my frog's name is not Jeremiah. Frog's name is
Gerald
Douglas.
himself, he's gonna go to the
Diana's
Naga
gonna
town.
slowly lean over and look at Hrim on Jacob's shoulder and go, "You're not allowed to eat it."
And what was that, Zeroth?
Zeroth is going to go to the and just go sample food carts.
Zeroth, we're supposed to be going to the church together.
But I'm hungry.
I have food. You
Get
can
food
eat.
later. And you just had
I will
breakfast,
go-
didn't you?
No. I got rushed out of the room.
I figured we would have eaten breakfast before we
Yeah,
walked
we
out.
probably would have eaten breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you slept in.
Zeroth didn't eat. Zeroth wants food.
Zeroth, we need to go to the church.
Zeroth, I will buy you whatever you want after this.
You know what? Diana's just gonna look in her coin pouch. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright, Zeroth will quietly tag along.
This is incredible, I must say.
Kyle,
Do you want to get anything after we talk to them, Gavin?
No,
It'd be
fine.
delightful. Honestly, it'd be delightful to hear the differences between your cities and ours.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna break your mind if I start making. We have like trains and airships.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys have no clue what
Yeah,
those are.
we're from two different worlds. Like this is. Some people we use the word primitive. Like I live in a swamp and I still know like a
When he
light
says
rail is.
primitive, all he sees is like this offended look on Diana's face as her ears twitch on top of her head.
A lot of arcane crystals and yeah, not really my scene though. This is like cool. It's like I'm in a museum.
I don't know if I should be offended or not.
This is Night at the Museum, starring Gavin.
Yeah, I can't wait to see one of these stone pillars come to life.
And start
They
saying,
do that, right?
"Gum, give me gum."
Gum,
the
gum,
church.
gum, gum.
Gum.
So I have to ask, like, about this church thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I'm very intelligent, but bouts
So,
of stupidity just
We
wiped
have
over
to
me.
get something from the church that has to do with the thing I was talking to you about earlier that we're not going to talk about in public.
Oh,
That's why we're going.
Okay. If
So
you guys can get me close enough, I could, if like whatever item you want, if I can just like tap it, I can expend a spell slot, and like if they don't give it to us, I can just forcefully take it.
Diana's just going to slowly look over at Eurydice.
No.
No,
I mean, it's
what?
not a bad idea.
Well,
If they're not going to give us it after we bring them what they wanted as collateral, if
Oh
they
wait,
still
does it
have
weigh
it,
more than 10 pounds?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I can instant summon it.
And he could acquire it if they break their deal.
let's talk to them first. Be civil about things. And if they start to get mean, Zeroth
So
and I
ju-
will distract them.
I was gonna say
and-
she just gestures to Zeroth.
Yeah, we will distract them, and Gavin will go get the thing.
I will
Just
go
like
with
the
Gavin
chapter.
because he doesn't know what he's looking for by himself.
I
Okay.
really don't.
But I can just shrink down and run along with him.
Okay.
I slowly start taking off this huge ass jacket that I've been wearing. It's getting really hot now.
To the church. Oh, do you want me to do the talking first, since we were the ones... Because you weren't with us yet.
Honestly, no, because I want to make a big announcement about being the High Priestess of the Church of Tenebris.
Okay, but I'm not sure if they're going to want to work with the Church of Tenebris right away. And this has to do with a prior deal that you three weren't there for.
We'll stick with it.
Okay.
Who's the third?
But I get to have I get to have all my
will-
stuff on display.
Okay.
All my cool Tenebris shit.
Yeah, that I don't care about.
Cool.
And what were you saying, Zeroth?
Nothing important.
Oh, it's always important. Go ahead.
I don't recall what I just said.
That's very important.
Or for safety, should I just like cast water breathing on us? It happens a lot where I'm from, so I'm not sure if this is like.
I'm
thing
sorry?
or- Water breathing, in case like we fall into like a hole and we can't escape. At least we'll be good for 24 hours.
Wait.
You think they're gonna try to drown us?
I have an idea.
I'm from a swamp, man. I've fallen through the floor once. The one church that we have is
One,
a little shabby.
That's hilarious, Gavin. Gabby boy, my child.
Gabby
Gabby boy.
Two. Eurydice is casting locate object on the planar piece of the blackest heart.
Okay.
Are you within reach?
I could also
It's within
do
1,000 feet.
that.
Your
I don't know what it
In the
is.
last 10 minutes.
Asteron is a huge city.
Yeah.
You got about a 45-minute walk ahead of you. You're not within 1,000 feet yet.
No, well, I thought
Once we get to the church, I think
Yeah.
is what she means.
no. Here's what I remember. We had stayed at a tavern nearby the church,
Mm-hmm.
and there was the main thoroughfare, and then the church was on the left, and then there was stuff on the right, and we were staying at a tavern that Dalian knew the guy for.
That's right, because of Songbird.
Yeah.
I have no idea what is going on.
Me either. But I think there's a
So,
lot of
we
Yeah,
were
we
categories.
weren't
close-
that far from the church.
Yeah, we really weren't.
Well, in that case, you need some information. Everyone roll perception.
Even
Do
me.
we have to?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
Okay.
because
fucking
you
horrible.
weren't paying attention to this.
I got a
rolled
16.
a-
I have a
29.
+0.
Okay,
Gonna
so
be 20.
one at a time.
I got an 11.
Okay, so
Hey,
we got Zeroth has an 11. Gavin, you said you had a what?
16.
Jacob, you had
A dirty 20.
Diana,
I have a 27.
and Eurydice.
29.
Okay. 15 or higher notices this, which Zeroth is too busy noticing food carts as you're walking towards the church.
My stomach's grumbling. I want food.
But the rest of you
Eurydice
notice
will
this
hand him some money to get food.
as you look up towards the direction of the church. There are several tall buildings in this area, but the spires of the church stand out above them. They are just a little ways in the distance. And as you are looking, you can tell from here there seems to be some severe damage to them, and there is smoke, like wisps of it curling out away
Shit.
from these spires.
Oh, that's not good.
Zeros, I don't think it's time
What?
for food.
About how far would you say we are from the church?
If you run, just maybe a couple minutes.
Yeah, Eurydice is still casting locate object
Okay.
on
You
the
cast-
planar.
You cast locate object, so go ahead and mark that off.
Yep.
Okay.
While we are running to the church, I am going to use a I'll use a 5th level where did it go? Motivational speech, so everybody can get 15 temp hit points.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Because I have a
fine.
feeling we may have to fight things.
Jacob is going to ask the sensible question. Does it look like this was recent, or has
Actually, yeah, that's a good
this
question
is
to ask
just
first.
the aftermath?
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence
Can I
check.
investigate the smoke?
Not from this distance.
Damn, it's crazy.
You can roll intelligence check to try to figure out.
Can I quickly listen around as we're running to see if I hear anybody talking about an attack on the church or an attack or
Oh shit!
explosion or
Eurydice will stop, grab Diana, and am I close enough? Are we close enough to the church for 1,000 feet?
By now, as you are kind of running and doing these things, yes.
She grabs Diana. The piece
What?
isn't here.
What?
It's not here.
It's not. You're sure?
Locate object, can't locate it.
We need to move, and we need to move faster. We need to know how recently they just attacked that building.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Dashing through the streets.
I am
Hold on.
going to
Hold on one
backpedal
second.
just a little.
Yep. Hold on one second. Jacob, what did you get on your intelligence check? And Gavin, did you also roll?
Yeah, I did for
Okay.
fun.
What did you guys get?
I got a 10. I didn't get anything crazy.
24.
24. All right, Gavin. You can tell looking at it that it
There's
looks
no
like
smoke.
this happened, probably last night or something like that. Like a fire or something big happened, and this is just kind of the aftermath of like embers burning out and what's left burning out.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as we're like running, I'm gonna look to the party and be like, yeah, we probably should have like came last night. Like we're hours late, but yeah, let's just keep running. This is fun. I haven't done this in a long time.
I told you.
All right, and Diana, you said you were going to just shift gears. Go ahead and
Because her brain thought it was an immediate thing. If Gavin had said like, "Hey, this happened last night," she wouldn't have used the 5th level yet.
I'll allow that.
Reverse time.
Yep. So I'll allow
Because I
that.
imagine like she was starting to amp up to do it, and then Gavin's like, "Oh, that happened last night." Never mind.
Okay. So you guys still heading towards the church? What are you doing?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What I thought I was doing. If
All right.
anything, Xerath is running ahead of everyone then.
Okay.
Probably.
And
I wish I could keep up, but I can't.
you're
Just
you're
ride
keeping
Xerath's
up fine.
shoulders.
I only run 30. So sorry.
So do
I'm
I.
a fucking human.
Yeah, I forgot. Zeroth made me another dragon-toothed dagger. That's delightful.
Yeah, while we're running, I'll say, hey, we can always contact one of your gods if you guys need it. Or
No.
Dead Sage or other entities.
Oh, that reminds me.
Now, as you are continuing to make your way to the church, you're only 1,000 feet away, so it doesn't take you very, very much longer in time. But you get to the church gates that are in the wall of the church grounds, and they are a twisted metal wreck.
Oh shit.
As you enter into the church grounds, almost every single tree within it is a burnt husk of itself. Scorch
you
marks.
Sure Oak didn't do Plan AK-47?
Perhaps. There are scorch marks all over the grass and the plants, most of them burnt up. Even the stonework itself has scorch marks, and you do see blood stains and the bodies of several Church of Palor paladins strewn about the grounds, obviously left where
Diana just left where they fell.
they
Okay.
fell.
Diana is. Can she look around to see what kind of marks? Are these like from spells? Are these from a creature? Or
Yeah. Can I investigate
like to try and
like
see
the area?
where did this originate from? Like where did the attack start? And go
Eurydice will
from
do
there.
that too.
Okay. I will allow anyone to. This is what I'll say. Anyone can do an investigation. You can each do individual investigations on different things, or you can team up as needed to investigate, one thing or a couple different things. But if you team up, you'll say, okay, you know what? I'm going to team up with so and so, and we're going to investigate this one thing. So that person, you choose out of the two who rolls, and that person gets advantage. Or you can investigate different things in each roll to find out different bits of information.
Eurydice will investigate how the bodies were killed.
Okay.
What's his plus to his investigation for Jacob?
It is a +10.
Okay.
I got a plus
Yeah,
I will
14.
I will assist Jacob because I only have a +2, so that way you can get advantage on the roll.
All
I
right.
have
What
plus
should I
13.
look for?
So.
We can
Hey,
try to find the origin point where all the attacks, like see where they showed up from,
Yeah, Eurydice
and
is
like
specific.
what did the damage.
Okay.
Eurydice is specifically looking for like if these guys like
What killed them?
just jumped them, like they came out of nowhere.
Okay. So
If they
Eurydice is kind of focused on what killed these paladins. Diana and Jacob are focused on what was the origin of this fight, battle, whatever you want to call it.
And
Gavin,
like
what
what
about you?
kind of damage?
I mean, what else do you guys need to investigate?
Where the fire started.
Zeroth
Okay,
actually was
yeah,
going to
I'll
use
ask-
magical awareness.
Say that again, Zeroth.
Sorry, I cut off Christian.
I was gonna ask you for help, but if you're doing something, then I don't need it. I can use.
I mean, you guys can assist
Douglas.
each other.
I wanted to use my
Douglas.
magic
Just
awareness.
help.
It helps me locate any spell or magic item within 60 feet. And then after I find it, I will learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay. And then Gavin, you want
And I'll
to
just.
go ahead?
I'll just. Yeah, I'll look for whatever Diana said. I already forgot. Oh God.
The source of the
And
fire.
yeah, I guess I'll have. Yeah, the source. Yeah, and I'll
Okay.
have Gavin. I meant Douglas help me.
Okay.
Fuck, you got to use your familiars, you guys.
All
I'm
right.
not like Jacob.
Hey, Rim does get used a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly for vision purposes, but yes.
Uh,
All right.
In
I'm
terms of
fine
what
with
I
that.
did research for,
Okay. Yep.
29.
Okay, so Jacob, you got a 29 investigation. Eurydice, what about you?
28.
Okay, Gavin, are you also rolling with advantage because you've got your familiar
Yeah.
helping you?
18 plus 10, 28.
Okay, and then
Better
Zeroth,
than
you're using your
three.
magical awareness. Okay, right now you are on the grounds. This is a fairly large. I don't know if you guys remember way back to that point.
Oh yeah, it was like it was like a compound.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
compound.
this is definitely we split off into groups and just
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
looking,
Yeah.
making our way towards the building.
Eurydice is staying near the bodies, probably visible to everyone else.
Yep. Zeroth, you're actually probably in the same general area. Ooh, looks like we lost a picture for a second on...
Yeah,
Right.
I was like, I don't have anything to cover my camera, and I was like, I have to be so
Oh,
bad.
no worries. No worries. That's fine.
BRB.
That's fine. Just let me know when you get back, and we'll put your camera back on. But, yep, you... Zeroth, you're in the same general area when you do this as Eurydice is. And you pick up some faint magical emanations from the swords and the breastplates that these paladins of Palor are wearing.
Assuming because they're blessed by by Baylor.
Yes, and you would say these are most likely just like some kind of blessing magic placed upon these. Nothing really, too important or too worth it. But
Okay.
yeah, but that, in your, you said 60-foot radius?
Yeah, 60-foot radius.
Yeah, basically the like 15 to 20 bodies that are kind of strewn around within that radius, all of them have the same magical emanation off their sword and their breastplate. But other than that, you're not picking up any other magic sources, anything that's currently radiating magic. Other than stuff on you and stuff on Eurydice, which you guys are lighting up like fucking Christmas trees. So, but Eurydice, since you and Zeroth are out there, as you investigate and are inspecting the wounds, you're seeing on some of them, it looks like some kind of necrotic damage, perhaps from a spell, and others clearly blade wounds, small blades, perhaps knives or short swords, and maybe even a rapier or two.
Can I tell if they were like surprise attacks, like they were caught off guard?
As you're looking at that with that high of a roll, the kind of the rogue side of you picks up a little bit, and you go, yeah, this is exactly where I'd stab someone if I was sneaking up on them. And that you get that impression that several of these deaths were quick and without much of a fight.
Yeah.
And the ones that, there are some that clearly, were alerted and fought back, but whoever these attackers were, they were efficient and they were fast. You don't see any bodies of theirs. Whether that means they took their wounded and dead with them, or they didn't have any. Kind of hard to tell. Okay. It's just these guys lying dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Further on, trying to discover the origin of where this, the direction of which this battle came, Diana and Jacob, you're closer to the actual temple itself with all its associated connections. I mean, it is a large building, almost a castle in and of itself. But you are closer to that main building, but not quite there. You're searching around, and it looks like, well, whatever this attack started as, what we passed happened after, and it seems to be getting, like, happened before, sooner and sooner, towards the actual temple itself.
No, is Dim Spoon okay?
So, thus far you haven't seen him. But right now, all you guys have seen thus far is mostly paladins, which you would remember, for those of you who were here and made the original deal, that, occasionally you'd see some priests out and about in the grounds, but mostly it was the paladins kind of making patrols.
Yeah.
But as you get closer to the temples, Diana and Jacob, you do notice some, among some of the bodies of paladins, there are some priests. You don't recognize any of them at this point. But it looks like whoever or whatever did this, the signs are pointing to they came out of the temple and worked their way out through the grounds.
Jacob, I think they used the stone.
That's not good.
Because if they came from inside,
Right.
either something in the stone woke up,
They could have
or
teleported in.
yeah, that's essentially what she's getting at. It either the stone activated or they got inside and did something.
All right. Well, we're just gonna have to.
I move past, or I'm going to check the inside of the church. Do you want to stay out here?
Eurydice's, once she's done, we'll catch up to Jacob and Diana.
Okay. Now, before you guys do any of that, Gavin, curious to find out where the fire itself started. While all of you were investigating outside, he continued straight into the temple. As you make your way into the temple, you notice that the big double doors are wide open. And there is smoke still pouring off of parts of the building. You still see glowing embers clinging to ruined bits of structure, including, as you walk inside, to the main chapel proper, which is the first thing you enter when you enter the temple. And think of like a very large Catholic church kind of thing, IRL, like a very large Catholic church, huge chapel and everything. You walk in and the pews are in disarray, several of them broken in half, others, just pushed and thrown way out to the side, scorch marks everywhere, some completely burned, smoke still clinging in the air. It just looks a mess. And as you continue through your investigation, you're starting to see telltale signs of the fire itself seem to grow out towards this section, as if it originated closer into the center of the building. And in fact, based on some of these scorch marks and where the flames must have come up through, the majority of this fire must have started underneath, like in basement levels.
Does Diana see Gavin further in the temple?
Yep. As Eurydice and Zeroth catch up to you and Jacob, all four of you begin to move into the temple itself. And
Eurydice would have explained what she found.
Yep. And you see Gavin kind of at the far end. It's a little harder to see him because it's a big temple and he's far down the end. And there is still some kind of smoke and haze left in the air. Plus, you are distracted by the scene itself of just utter destruction. But you do see him waiting.
It's not the first time we've seen it.
Yeah.
Do we see anyone in charge nearby? Like,
Is there anyone alive? Like, can I pick up on any heartbeats at all?
Are there go, hello?
Paladins or people trying to, like, salvage things?
You see absolutely no movement other than at the far end, Gavin, who is kind of, sifting through some of the rubble, looking at things and investigating. And which you're just kind of now finishing up your initial investigation there, Gavin. But that's the only movement you see. And taking time to look closer, you do see several bodies here and there, most of them either half covered by debris from broken pews. Some of them, the bodies themselves are burnt and charred. Others
Where the hell are
thrown
any of
to
the
the side.
guards?
Eurydice will go back outside and find a paladin. If there or someone who seems to be a part of the church.
You haven't seen anyone living.
Yeah, that's what Diana's trying to get at. Is like the entire church was massacred, and no one is investigating this or in here looking.
Okay, so we haven't seen anyone alive. We haven't.
Not at all. Like, there's no one. It is only us in here. Everything else that we're finding is dead or destroyed.
Okay. I need everyone to make perception checks.
Hey, guys, you know, I just remembered I could add a D4 to any perception checks.
Alright, perception check. Well, natural 20 for a 23.
Very good.
I got 26.
Natural 20 for a 33.
I got it.
You didn't have to show up. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a 16, and then my whatever it's called, something instincts, gave me a +3.
Okay.
Hunter's intuition.
Hunter's intuition. Yep. Okay.
I'm like,
Eurydice. For the first time, you really focus after you think long enough about, wait a minute, we haven't seen anyone alive here. And Diana said, well, where the hell are the guards? You really, really focus. And there is a very slight ripple that you kind of see in the sky outside of the church. It looks to you like some kind of magic.
Well, first, Eurydice is casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
Only 30 feet around the
Yep.
radius, but...
You're catching off of some of the holy symbols of that are around the necks of the bodies and stuff like that, but other than that, nothing really.
If Eurydice goes outside, it's outside the church, right?
It seems to be like it was a shimmer in the air, like above the church grounds.
Eurydice is gonna go outside, and she's gonna start climbing up the side of the church.
Okay. You telling anyone what's going on?
Yeah, are you
Eurydice
telling anyone?
She's gonna say, I think I got something. Just wait here.
Okay.
I wonder if she knows that I can create an arcane gate that could just like open a portal up there.
Well, you don't know what I'm doing, so I just told you to wait.
Eurydice.
Yeah, but it's safety. You should always have an arcane gate.
Like,
open.
would Diana pick up on anything that, like, Eurydice noticed something or has an idea?
Well, yeah, I just told you. Like,
Okay.
hey, I've there's something there. I need to go check. Give me a minute.
What are you checking?
There's a thing. I saw something shimmer.
Where?
Up.
Eurydice? And she's gonna gesture to the whole building around them at the moment.
We don't know if it's stable. And I need to get to the roof.
Okay, so you're looking at something in the sky?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was asking. Do you want me to just teleport you up there?
I wanted to climb, but sure.
I think everyone here can teleport.
Oh,
Mine's
wait,
on
hold
and
on,
off.
hold on. Eurydice uses Misty Step.
Can you
Okay.
get
It
all the
goes
way to the roof?
30
with Misty
feet.
Step?
It goes 30 feet up.
You get on
up
top
the
of
side of
the third floor. There's still...
No, she's on the outside. She's still climbing.
I know, but you Misty Step, you get up about 3 floors, and that's it. With the Misty
Okay,
Step.
that's fine. She's still gonna climb upwards.
Okay. It takes
How
you...
high from like the thing to the thing is it? If we now that we're all
If you're
staring
looking-
at Eurydice climbing.
If you're looking at the spires themselves, and as high as the church... I should say as high as the church once went.
Diana is going to branch off and run back towards the gates.
Okay.
And when she gets back onto the city street,
Mhm.
she's gonna turn back around and look at the church again.
Okay. While you're doing that, to answer your question, Gavin,
No.
it's about 80 or 90 feet up to get to the very top.
Okay. Gavin's
it's a
seeing
big fucking
Diana
building.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piecing it together now.
Gavin's seeing Diana doing this. He's like, oh, I know a spell like this. And he will also go run out.
Okay.
Oh, are you
Like,
doing
after
Dimension
Diana?
Door or something?
No,
No.
I think I have it's a spell that you can make like an area, like a cube, look like something else.
Yeah, and Diana's going,
So-
there's absolutely no one investigating this. You saw something
so I think
shimmer
it's
in the
magic.
sky. So Diana's running back to the street and looking back at the church to see, can no one see what happened?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to find the spell.
Okay. Diana?
Didn't we see the fires from a distance though?
Yeah.
We saw the smoke.
You saw
The
the smoke.
smoke,
Just a
so-
little. You saw just kind of wisps of smoke.
Does Eurydice need to make a check to get to the top of the one of the tower
Nah,
bits of the church?
You're good enough on that.
On top of
I'm
it,
not gonna-
no one.
You've got, +5 acrobatics, and if
Yeah.
if push comes to shove, I mean, Misty Step and stuff like that. I mean, you can make it. It's
I can only use that
Plus,
once.
there
No.
was no commotion in the city. We were able to just walk into one of the guard stations to pay a bounty like it was nothing. No one was talking about the church. Nothing was closed because all forces go here. It's the biggest fucking church in the city, and no one is talking about it being completely massacred. Like, something is not adding up.
okay. So, Diana and Gavin, you are rushing towards the main gate to the compound to go step outside and look back. Eurydice is currently climbing up the building. Jacob and Zeroth, what are you two doing?
I'm just chilling on the ground, honestly. I can't really go up where everybody's going.
You're eating
Um,
food you got from one of those food carts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gnawing on a leg.
Yeah.
Jacob
You
is
did
just
grab a
gone.
turkey leg.
Jacob is just going to kind of sit around, look around, make sure that everything seems relatively safe, and just kind of, i.e., watch to make sure that nothing is moving strangely in any way, shape, or form,
Okay.
looking like maybe an undead or coming up or anything like that.
Okay. Thus far, well, roll a perception check.
All right. 13.
With my perception check,
Yep, you don't notice anything at this time.
just for my own benefit, like, would Eurydice have seen someone? Would she have seen Dimspoon? She doesn't know Dimspoon at all, but because I want to know.
You don't know
Probably
what
Steve's never
Dimspoon
met
looks
him.
like, so you wouldn't know. Yeah?
Let me have this dramatic irony moment, please.
You wouldn't know what he looks like, so no.
Is there not like you pick up a piece of board, then there's this priest guy, and
And he's just got a
You
name
describe
tag on
him.
that's this big that just
you
says
describe him,
Dimspoon.
and then we realize it's Dimspoon. You know?
No,
I feel like if he were gonna do that, you just ruined it.
no. But
I want to know if Dimspoon's dead because I liked messing him with him.
Jacob, you don't notice anything moving that's, nothing out of the ordinary for this very unordinary situation. Eurydice, you eventually get to the top, and I need you to roll Arcana. Diana and Gavin, you finally made it outside. Both of you, please give me perception checks.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Question, because I'm purposely trying to, like, if it is an illusionary thing, trying to purposely, like, oh no, let it affect me, don't let me see things, kind of a deal? Is that allowed?
So what you're saying is you're trying to, like, unfocus your eyes and squint and not really look at it?
kind of in the sense of like, if this
Okay.
is some kind of magic playing tricks on the
Yes,
eyes
you
so
can
people don't see it,
You can
I allow myself to fail?
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna fail.
So do I still need a roll?
If you're trying to allow yourself to fail a check like that, not really.
Sweet.
I
Gavin?
got a 6. I just want to
Okay.
roll a D.
Yeah. Both of you, as you look up, you again see the tiny wisps of smoke. But they're not like, standing out as anything necessarily dangerous. For all you know, it could be cook fires. It could be just
Does
the
the
way
church look
the way the
untouched?
clouds are. Looks fine to you guys.
Hey, Gavin, do you know anything that can dispel magic?
Oh, I might know the spell Dispel Magic.
Yeah, that's essentially her going, do you know dispel magic? Because I don't.
Eurydice.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
All right, so you, with your Arcana check, you are.
I'm sucked into a portal and in a different dimension.
Nope, not quite. Not quite. You're able, getting a closer look, it's almost like there is a dome of magical energy covering the entire compound. And kind of trying to focus on it, and with your high perception, you're able to catch enough glimpses of like little, just tiny kind of flashes here and there of magical energy. You're able to suss out that this is clearly some kind of illusion spell.
My detect magic is still probably going. It lasts 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're up here, oh yeah, you're getting a ping, and this is definitely an illusion spell.
Okay. Eurydice will message Diana or Jacob, saying,
Well, I feel like you would have seen me running back out towards the street to check.
it may. She'll try to message Diana, but if she's too far, it's only 120 feet.
Yeah, she's too far from where you're at. But
Okay.
Jacob and Zeroth are within that 120 feet.
She would have messaged Jacob saying, Dispel magic on the church. Something's changing the view of it.
Okay. Jacob will sit there for a few moments and just kind of think.
Or she wouldn't say change the view of it. She'd say, there's a huge magical shimmery dome over the church.
As far
Dispel
as
it.
Jacob's aware, he can't just counterspell it away. So.
No, counterspell is in the moment. This is actually a dispel magic if you're going to try to get rid of an existing
No, that's
effect.
fair. Jacob is just going to send a message out to Diana if he can find her.
I mean, I went straight down the path to the entrance, so it's like a straight point and shoot.
Mm.
Yeah. So he'll just send, hey, so magic shimmering thing, basically relaying the information because he doesn't know that anyone else knows.
Yeah, and Diana will relay back, yeah, we've already figured that out. Gavin and I are trying to figure out a way to dispel it from the outside.
Oh, all right. Well, go team.
Go team. I have a request.
Oh.
If I am willing to give up a spell slot, can I try to channel raw magic to just disrupt it?
Unfortunately, no, that is not how it works.
Oh, because I was like, because I can channel it through the necklace to do some godly bullshit.
That's not how that works, unfortunately.
My question is, do I find some like sparkly bits above one of the points of the towers, and if I like touch it, does like a little wood creature appear and give me a seed?
Nope.
Congratulations, you found a Korak seed!
Yeah, no, doesn't quite work that way.
Let's see.
However, Are you going up to one of the spires?
Yes, that's where she went.
Okay, like, no, but like, right up and investigating it.
Yes.
Okay.
Like she would have gotten like if it's like one of those spires that has like the metal rod and like a pointy bit.
Yeah, kind
She
of.
would have like been hanging off of that.
Your detect magic is pinging off of this kind of dome, but it is also pinging off of something about 20 feet below you, and based on the, you can kind of tell the direction of these things with your detect magic. About 20 feet below you, and nearest you can tell, like inside the base of this spire.
Eurydice would message Jacob saying, I found something else. I'm gonna check it out. I'll keep you updated.
All right. If anything goes wrong, just send another message. I'll be up there.
Gotcha. And
I know what I can do.
she will go down the tower, get to the nearest window, and go down.
Okay.
Dumb fucking question. Can Diana stand at the entrance of the church and try to start getting people's attention by doing some kind of performance to get them to really focus on the church to try and see through the magic themselves?
You can
try and get the attention of
I
like
would
city
love
and
to
guards.
assist with that.
You could try.
I am a performance king.
So am I.
Good.
Yeah, you can try.
I do a song about Paylor.
Because I don't have a way to dispel it right now, but I can at least get everyone's attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paylor. He's
Look at
kind
this
of a
cool
shirt.
whore, and he wants you to pay more. Oh.
Look
got
at
a
this
35.
cool church that they built
For a nat-
in honor of Paylor.
Yeah, I got a nat 20 for a 35 for performance.
It's just way too high.
Yeah, I'm a bard. I'm thinking like I can't really do anything, but I did just recently watch Vox Machina, and I'm like, you know what? I'll pull a Scanlan.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
No, yeah. Got to get that Scanlan in there. So.
Yep.
All right. So, that
Essentially singing. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody to focus on the church and acknowledge the loss and get them to see through the visage to see what has happened inside to try and get people to help.
Okay. So while you are starting to play your instrument and eliciting absolutely gorgeous notes from your voice, Eurydice, you are climbing down to try to investigate that ping that you got on Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm. She would have found the nearest window.
Mm-hmm.
If it is not already smashed, she will smash it in.
Okay.
And go down.
Okay. Jacob.
Yes.
You hear a window smash sound and notice a window way up in the ceiling of this enormously vaulted ceiling of this chapel. A window
Eurydice
way
would
up there
stick her head
breaks.
out and wave at them.
Yeah, a window breaks and glass starts falling down, and you.
Well, it goes inside, so it wouldn't fall.
They're inside. Those two are inside.
Jacob and Zeroth should be inside still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were outside.
Nope. They're inside. You see the glass start raining down, and Eurydice, when you break that glass, you see right out kind of from that glass where this is where the base of the spire comes. There is actually a couple metal crossbeams for support that go up and support the spire itself, and they connect into the rest of the structure of the church.
Oh man, do I get to do like Uncharted climbing stuff, convoluted?
Not quite.
Back and forth.
Not quite. You
Don't
notice
forget those timed events.
sitting on where these two crossbeams are, and they are not like super wide. There's not like huge steel I-beams. These are like maybe 3 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and they cross. And right where they cross, kind of, built into one another, sitting on there, it almost looks like an egg.
An egg?
Yeah, but it is clearly a gemstone, like a ruby or something like that, and it is got hardcore magic radiating off of it.
Okay.
Illusion magic.
Ooh.
Break it.
Eurydice is gonna pick it up. If she can she get to it on the bars?
Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Come on, dice. Natural 20 for a 25.
All right, hold on. I haven't done this, but I need to. Here we go. We gotta for all the natural 20s we've had here in the last little bit. Gotta spam some nat 20s in chat for this.
Yay.
Just to celebrate my players getting several nat 20s here. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, you easily make it across, and you now have your hands around it.
Okay, Eurydice is gonna just look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout, "Look out below!" and then drop it.
Okay. Jacob, your attention is already up there looking, and you
I'll
see.
just kind of call over to Zeroth, watch out.
What? Oh, shit.
And just as you say that, about 5 feet from you guys, you see it's almost like a little egg-sized missile going at terminal velocity by this point. That just
Jesus.
goes boom and hits the stonework and shatters, just shooting bits of this ruby gemstone all across the stonework.
Did it break?
Oh yeah, I mean it shattered.
No, she's shouting. She's shouting down to them.
Okay.
Looks like it.
Meanwhile, while that is happening, Diana and Gavin. Gavin, what are you doing while Diana's doing her performance?
Gavin's kind of like run out of ideas. He's like, I don't have any way to dispel magic. He kind of takes like 15 steps away from Diana to let her do her thing. Okay. And he will begin ritually casting Contact Other Plane.
Okay.
And he's reaching out. He's heard the name Paylor several times, so he's reaching out to Paylor.
Okay.
Valid.
So, while you are working on that, Diana,
Just
Over again.
in very short order, you have drawn a fairly sizable crowd to the front gates of the grounds of the Temple of Paylor. And they're all just kind of sitting there smiling, enjoying this song. Not sure exactly what everything's about here, but hey, a nice, performance during the day. This is enticing. And as you are playing, unbeknownst to you, way in the background, in the building itself, a gemstone shatters.
Oh God!
And
this is gonna look so bad.
All of a sudden, behind you, things, reveal themselves. As you're not paying attention to what's behind you. You're trying to get the crowd to pay attention to it. And oh my God, you figure, I think I got their attention. Because almost as one, you hear shocked gasps as people just seeing devastation, rot, and ruin across this entire compound.
As I have all of their attention and realizing that they can finally see it now, she's going to very loudly and in a very, you need to do this. We don't know how many are dead or if there are survivors. We need help clearing the wreckage and searching the church.
And as soon as you say those things, one young woman takes it upon herself she's like, of course, and she starts running off. Guards, we need help. Guards, over here. And she's running off down. And soon after, a couple other people join her, and others start like moving towards the building, towards the compound. Some of them
And
a little
as
more
people are
tentatively, but
As people are going inside, she's going to give them the warnings of like the church is possibly unstable. Be careful what you move, and like just essentially ordering people to be careful, do this, do that, as they're all going in.
okay. So you are now directing efforts of
Yes.
a search and rescue team outside.
Eurydice, once the stone whatever had all broken, Eurydice would have said, "I would gather all those pieces, so we can figure out what it was later." But I knew it was cast. I could tell the magic spell thing I used was saying it was casting illusion magic, so.
All right. Well. Okay. Yeah.
And if Diana's doing her thing out there, then hopefully we'll get some actual legal help, and they'll probably want it for evidence. So.
Fair enough.
I'm getting help, all right.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, just townspeople flooding into the church area.
And Eurydice will make her way down from the rafters.
All right. It'll take you a couple minutes because it was a couple minutes to climb up and it's a couple minutes to climb down. But you are making your way.
Walking fast, some would say.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hold on. Just looking for.
She will also quickly send a message to Jacob, informing him like, "Hey, you have a lot of people on your way to help search and whatnot."
Okay, good to know.
Okay, so as you are going through and helping, you're starting on the grounds outside Diana. Eurydice, you are making your way down the outside of the church as you are climbing down.
She would have done that on the inside. If she
On the
could.
inside? Okay. Either way. Gavin, you are still doing, and you said, how long does that contact other planes going to take you as a ritual spell?
I think 10 minutes.
It'll take me 11 minutes.
11 minutes, that's I thought, because it's 1 minute normally, and then add 10. Okay, so you're out there for the next, few more minutes. I'd say about more like 7 left.
There we go.
And Jacob and Zeroth, you are in the church, and I need you to both roll perception checks.
All right.
Wait, Zara.
16.
Who?
Zeroth and Jacob.
Okay.
16.
Okay. And Zeroth?
And I got a 7.
Okay.
Good for you.
All right.
Did I win?
I hate to say this, but this just reminds me of Zeroth rolling perception and stuff. Just reminds me of the time that Oak was trying to look for a cat to talk to when they were looking for someone in the city, and he was just like, he had talked to a pelican, and he was just looking in the water for a cat.
Jacob, you notice a little bit of movement, and you hear kind of a slight groan coming from kind of the back right corner of the church.
All right. Jake will kind of motion Zeroth to follow and just go over there.
Okay.
Following right behind.
Okay.
And maybe someone who died. Beat him up. Or don't, depending on how friendly they are.
Zero starts raising his axe.
Okay, and not like that. Just have it.
You said to hurt him.
Okay, don't actually hurt him. He's probably
Okay.
already injured.
As you
Right, so we just break a finger.
If they are bad people, sure.
All right, you said it.
As you are making your way up towards the where the noise came from, you do see it actually has one of the wooden pulpits that was on the kind of the altar stage itself that has been knocked over this way and kind of half broken apart, and it was fairly large. The movement seems to be kind of coming from it, or rather under it, and you kind of hear some slight groaning.
It's Dim Spoon.
Watch Dim Spoon be dead, and he's just fucking with us.
All right. Yeah. No.
Who's this dim spoon?
Jacob will kind of
Making
get a
it
little
stupid.
closer.
It was before your time, sir.
Could you repeat that last bit one more time to me? I'm sorry.
Which part?
You said there was a person groaning, and you.
Yes.
I didn't get the description of what it's like around them right now.
They have kind of, you know what a pulpit is, right? Kind of like think of like at like a debate. It's the thing that the
A
person
lectern?
stands behind, like a
Oh, a
lectern.
podium?
Yeah, kind of like a podium, but it's
Okay.
specifically it's called a pulpit.
Yeah, it's for church. Yeah,
Yeah.
for churches.
And
Gotcha.
it is a fairly large pulpit, but it has been like thrown
Knocked over
over in
and
that direction and half broken. And the movement that you were seeing, it seems to be like it is moving a little bit, or rather something potentially underneath it.
Zeroth, if you could lift that up.
And he will lift it up and move it off.
Okay.
I do believe Jacob and Diana have met Dim Spoon.
Yes. In fact, I think they are the only two that have.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know who that's.
But
And there was someone else who disappeared into the Feywild.
as you lift this pulpit off of a figure, Jacob, you see a stout little figure wearing clerical robes.
All right.
And it is clearly a halfling. He has a very large knot on his head, blood running down half the side of his face. His left arm is almost completely burnt. Like the robe itself is pretty much gone from there, and his left arm is just like scorched all the way along, the flesh torched to the point where you're smart enough to kind of understand a few things, and you figure even touching that arm, there's a possibility that the skin would just slough off. He's looking in pretty bad shape, but at least he is alive.
Okay.
Zeroth will actually pull out a health potion and see if he will drink it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you try to pour a health potion down his throat?
Is he conscious and looking at me?
He's doesn't seem to be like fully aware of what's going on. He's not really looking. You just kind of hear him moaning like,
Yeah, I'm going to try and coax a health potion down his throat
Okay.
without harming him in any physical matter.
Okay. It's not too hard for you to do such. And by this time, yes, Eurydice, you have made it to the floor of the church. You're probably about a good 30 to 40 feet away from where Jacob and Zeroth are.
Eurydice will go over to them.
Okay.
And
And you see Zeroth currently pouring a healing potion down a, looks like an older halfling, fairly stout little fellow, but wearing priest robes and definitely not looking at his best. The potion, as you administer it, does seem to have some effect, and some of the burns on his left arm seem to diminish slightly. the moaning comes a little less pained. It doesn't completely fix him, but it definitely helped quite a bit. Meanwhile, Diana,
Yo.
you and your elite townsfolk search and rescue squad is currently kind of combing through the grounds, verifying if anyone out there is actually still alive. Thus far, you're about halfway from the gate through the grounds, because they are quite large, to the church, and nobody out that direction has survived.
Are there any guards or captains starting to come in to the grounds?
Not just yet. It hasn't been super long yet. It's only been like.
She's gonna stay where like townsfolk can ask her for direction or like
Okay.
what do we do, where do we put them, kind
Okay.
of things for now. She will message Jacob to let him know like, hey, I'm running relief and search efforts out here. If you need me, message me. Otherwise, I'm gonna stay out here, talk to the guards, and go from there. Kind
As
of a
soon as
thing.
she finishes it, a reply back, help, please, injured.
And okay. To which she will bolt back into the church.
Okay.
And she will tell someone, essentially people she passes, like, I'm in there if you need directions or da-da-da-da-da.
Okay. Okay, so you're heading that way at a good clip now. Eurydice, you are now with Zeroth and Jacob, and this halfling gentleman. He seems to be kind of coming around a little bit.
Eurydice will also cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll how much healing you're going to get out of that.
5.
5? Okay. All right. He's definitely looking a little bit better. And
then she'll try and help his arm.
Okay.
As best she can.
Okay. So are you doing more healing, or are you trying to, like, wrap it?
Wrap it with medicine. Her medicine check.
Medicine? Okay. So you're going to do a medicine check?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Another natural. Jeez, we've been hitting some good rolling tonight.
I love my new dice.
That's awesome.
I love my new dice.
Yeah, and you got them for your birthday, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Very nice. Birthday dice are best dice, right? So,
yes, they are.
All right. So there we go. Some spamming of nat 20s for all the wonderful nat 20s that we're getting tonight. I love it. Yeah, your medicine check succeeds. You managed to actually pull a couple things out of your bags and pouches that you saved just for that, which is a couple little balms and some wrappings and stuff, and you actually wrap up the burnt arm, and you are positive you did a really good job, and you can tell by the kind of the look on his face that it has definitely caused him some relief.
Yeah, and like through the whole process, she's like talking gently to him, just like it's gonna be okay. This will probably hurt for a second, you know, just calm down. Okay. Like this is the gentlest that they have. Rhogar and Jacob have seen Eurydice.
You mean Zeroth and
Jacob. Man,
whatever.
Rhogar's dead.
Rhogar's dead. Even when dead, they still get their names switched.
Yeah, Zeroth and.
I'm so sad.
I was about to say Rhogar. Zeroth and Jacob.
So
this is the gentlest they've ever seen Eurydice.
Yep. And after tending to that, and just like about not even a minute more, Diana, you arrive. At the same time, Gavin, we're gonna go to you for a second. A few more minutes pass, and eventually you complete your spell. And tell me exactly what are you doing with your spell.
All right. I need to roll DC 15 intelligence saving throw. If I fail, I'll take 66 psychic damage and go insane until I finish a long rest.
Okay.
Uh, that was so close. I got a 6 on the die, but I have a plus 10.
Well, that's a good thing that you do then.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the 4. It rolled very slowly. So 16 it passes.
Okay.
So I am, since I've heard the name Paylord being thrown around,
Mm-hmm.
I'm reaching out in that direction.
Okay.
So it mentally connects me to it's a demigod.
Yes.
So I guess someone in his area. So a demigod, the spirit of a long dead sage, blah 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 blah.
You're basically
And,
you're getting some kind of representative.
Give me one of his angels.
You're getting
You're getting his
a
secretary.
low-level secretary. Yes, exactly. This is the secretary on the first
Yeah.
floor of the building. That I just answer the phones. I don't even,
Yeah.
But that's who you're getting.
Okay, so I would ask, the first question would be, did the group that I saw when I originally spawned in have any dealings in this? So they can answer with one
I've got
word.
I've
Oh,
got
you
it up.
know it? Even
I've got it
better.
up. And you hear in your mind, yes.
Okay.
An intimidating low-level secretary.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That
So sorry, I
secretary
didn't
works
disturb
out
your lunch
and
break.
drinks lots of creatine. All right, deal with it.
It's this
I'm
really
so sorry.
buff dragonborn.
My protein
who's
shakes
sitting
are
at, like,
important. Damn it.
Yeah.
It's this really giant dragonborn guy who's like sitting at a tiny desk with a computer, and he's got like little spectacles.
Well, if it's from his universe, yeah, they have some kind of computery things.
Yeah, we do.
And it's also like it's like a different, like it's a godly plane or something, whatever, you know. They can have whatever the hell they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They have
I would
great cell
ask
service up
if-
there.
Wait.
Or whatever.
All right, question 2.
Would I ask that? Because technically, I would know from the spell that it's a 1 word, but I know that there's a possibility they might, if it would be misleading. So I don't think I would ask, like, where are they? Because he's just like in the church. So yeah,
Ooh, did this
I'll just
happen
ask-
before or after you saw them? When you first came in?
Well, I've been here for now over a day, so
Yeah, but still, did this happen last night or before last night? You know?
well, when I did my check, I figured it was last night.
Hey, Megan.
You did?
Yeah. I said it was last night to you guys. Yeah.
Oh.
I guess I would say, did they take anything? That's very broad. Yeah. I figured probably shouldn't say that. How many were there? That's a 1-word answer.
Many.
Great. So that's 3 questions. And I'm looking at the other 2 and I'm like, great, there's
Hang on, I
Yeah,
have an idea for a question if you want one.
yeah, I did ask you before, like, you walked away.
Sorry, I also my brain's spacey tonight. Would he have asked Diana, like, hey, what is something I should ask?
Yeah, I would say,
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna
The
attempt to
question,
contact the
admittedly,
god.
she would have told him flat out, are Paylor and the Path in alliance with one another?
Yeah, I would ask that for my 4th question. I mean, this person
Okay.
can't mislead me.
Because she's asking directly, is
No.
Paylor okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, that answers one of our questions we've been having.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know anything like you guys know, so I can't ask if they went back to Bennett's Bridge because I don't know about Bennett's Bridge. did, but we know they took the stone.
Yeah,
That'd just
because
be like-
did they take
that'd
anything
be
that
like-
answers it?
Yeah.
Do you only have one more question?
Yeah, I only have one question left.
What have you asked already? I do apologize.
I did. So I know it's the path. We
Mhm.
know that they took something. We know that there was a lot of them. Well, many of them, and we now know that Paylor and the path are not in alliance. I'm trying to like.
Where is the closest path member? No, who
That's
is the
tricky
nearest? Who is
because
the nearest path member?
Eurydice is technically a path member.
No, because it's already been established that you're not actually part of them because of a couple of other things that have gone down.
Yeah, see, but
And
I would
if
know how
you're-
the spell works. I would know that I'm not going to get any names.
Oh, okay. I don't know how the spell works,
Yeah.
hence why I'm just spitballing stuff.
Yeah, so
It's mostly like
Oh!
yes, no, it's like Magic 8 Ball.
Where,
yeah. So
Try
where
again
should
later.
we look
Yeah.
first? No. That's
no,
a
I'm going to say is one of the attackers still nearby?
So that's your fifth question.
Yeah, that'll be like because he
Okay.
knows at least he can do something with that.
No.
They said they're gone. Okay. Yeah, and I guess with that, I'll say thank you. Have a great day. I'm so sorry to disturb you during your lunch. I heard the food in the background.
Thank you for using God Connect telephone service. We appreciate your business. Please dial
been trying
5
to-
to take our survey and score us well, as your
Okay.
We've been
your
trying to
business is
contact
important
you
to us.
about your car's
Extended warranty.
Extended warranty.
Yeah, no,
Actually,
just pass it over to my dad.
no,
No,
we've-
happens. I get to super the ad.
We've been trying to contact you about your church's extended warranty.
Oh,
is
I'm so
that
sorry,
bad
I'm
timing?
not from
Sorry.
here.
Too soon?
I thought my warranty was already for eternity. What happened?
You still got to pay up.
Yikes.
Sorry. Got to pay the premium.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you have to
with
buy
that-
something to get out of purgatory.
We'll
And-
just make our communion goers pay our fees.
Yes. Excellent, Smithers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with that, I would
You
end it,
buy
and
a
then I'll
slip
just
of paper that'll get you out of purgatory for maybe 50 years.
yeah,
Sure.
I will de-door
Into the church.
500 feet. Yeah, 500 feet into the church. I
Okay.
will purposely aim myself 5 feet above the ground, so just in case I don't land in a space with someone, I'll land on
Okay.
top of someone.
Okay.
I'm light.
You fall 5 feet and land hard on the ground. That kind of
Ulysses
hurt.
runs over just like, oh, child, are you okay?
That kind of hurt. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
God,
Boy,
Oh god
My
damn it! I
boy.
tried to
Have
avoid
us run
taking damage.
inside.
But,
It's okay. I have 99 hit points.
Yeah, you
I'm
kind of
good.
You kind of twisted your ankle a little bit, is all.
my boy, are you okay?
The beam.
Enter a
Is he
raffle for
fine?
something. So now,
Why?
this happens pretty much about 10 seconds after Diana shows up. You show up. You're about 15 feet behind everybody when you pop
Oh.
in, and 5 feet above for a second until you fall.
I really gotta learn how to stick the landing.
And this halfling cleric seems to be kind
Eurydice
of coming around.
would have directed Zeroth to move the gently help her move the cleric somewhere.
I would like to
out of the
point
way.
out now, both Nick and Zeke are currently taking the dogs outside.
Oh no, no worries.
That's fine. She
No
like
worries.
it's just like, hey, we're gonna move him somewhere out of the way.
Okay. So yeah, Zeroth would, I'm sure, have no problem doing such. You kind of find a little more open, more comfortable space on, kind of on the
It
floor. kind of
probably
clear
would have
space.
brought him outside.
Okay,
to
if you want to
just
take him outside, that's fine.
Get him
too.
out of the building if there's smoke still in there.
Yep.
I should have just walked. There.
And it doesn't take too long, but Zeroth is being gentle with him, and you kind of get him out there, and as you kind of rest him in the grass, kind of up against the remnants of a tree a little bit. He kind of coughs.
Are you okay? Are you up?
I'm feeling much better than I was. Thank you. Thank all of you.
No problem.
What happened here?
Yeah. Did you see anyone?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
Do you know who it was? Did you get any faces?
Give one question at a time, Eurydice.
Yes, please. And he kind of rubs the temple of his head a little bit. He's clearly still kind of out of it a little bit, but he's
Diana
trying.
will
cure wounds on him.
And Diana will crouch down next to him, is like, just
8 points.
Start from as early as you can remember of the event.
He goes, myself and one of our young friars who was helping me were cleaning up the excuse me, my head. He kind of rubs his head a little bit more.
I did give him 8 points of healing.
Yep, I know, but it's not so much a damage thing as a disorientation, from everything he's been through. He's like, the sepulcher, cleaning it up from the day's parishioners coming and going, and offering their prayers and offerings and all of that, and we were preparing it for the new day. And the next thing I know, it seemed like out of nowhere there was this loud noise, and then dust and debris and smoke everywhere. And then came the flames and the heat. And I tried to push him out of the way. And he kind of looks down at his arm. And I caught the brunt of it on myself. They seemed to come from everywhere.
Who did you try to push out of the way?
The friar.
And what was their name?
Ben. A young human boy.
After the flames.
He kind of looks at Jacob. Perhaps half your age.
Much younger than me.
Yes. Yes, younger than you even. But they came
What
from
happened
everywhere.
after the flame?
They seemed... And he kind of stops for a second. And his eyes kind of go wide. And he says, "No. It can't have..."
Wait, what did
They
you ask
were
now?
wearing our robes.
They were wearing
But-
yours.
No, they weren't just they were... It was him.
Who?
Damn it.
Take a
I
breath.
should have suspected him after
Take
what I
a
saw.
breath. A name. I need a name.
Father Dimspoon.
Motherfucker!
Wow. Sounds like a
Upon
really
hearing that,
good person.
Diana is going to very calmly, to make sure I understand this, Father Dimspoon led the attack?
Yes. Him and several others that he had brought into our church over
Never trusted
the
him.
last couple years, shortly after he joined.
Let me tell you this, just out of metagame, just out of character. I never trusted Dimspoon. He was too nice. And I am very happy I had Oak be slightly meaner to him for that point of time.
What does this man look like?
He describes him to you. Human male, maybe his late 30s, early 40s. Average height, about 5'8" or so. Fairly skinny, not rail thin by any means, but at least when wearing the robes of a cleric, I mean, he definitely doesn't look like he is a bulky human being.
If I use...
But he could be quite, let's say, agile.
Question. If I use sending, can I contact Redstone?
Yes, you could use sending to contact him.
Okay. Let me count words. Hang on. Because I'm going to let the guy keep talking, but Diana's going to be doing a thing in a moment.
Okay. He continues to describe him. And
Did you see them take anything?
How do you spell Dimspoon?
Dimspoon, just like it.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Dimspoon. Dumb spoon. Dip spoon.
Yep. And
when Eurydice will ask, did you see them take anything?
Yes. He had it.
The stone?
He nods. And then he kind of narrows his eyes at you. Says, how do you know of it?
My friends, Jacob and Diana,
which are right
were...
We were sent to acquire knuckle bones in exchange for the stone.
You might remember
we were the group.
Shifter named Oak.
So you were the party that was sent on that.
There have been a few changes of position.
And plans.
From
there,
this whole
figure
thing
it out.
was wrong to begin with.
Yeah, we figured that.
I should never have trusted him after what I saw.
What did you see before?
Just odd behavior for a priest of Palor.
What kind of
Seeming
behavior?
to contact others in the middle of the night. Whispers here and there, and always looking about him as if someone were watching. Or maybe to see if anyone was watching. Just struck me as wrong. Perhaps I should have listened to, and he just kind of looks up, Palor's intuition more. Faulted my
Hindsight
faith,
is
I guess.
2020.
Okay,
Yes.
I have my message. Diana is going to stand up and go, Eurydice, just keep him stable. I'm going to contact Redstone for a moment. And just
While Diana's doing this, Eurydice will let him rest for a few minutes before they continue, because he's probably tired and needs a few minutes.
Oh yeah, this is taking a lot out of him right now.
Eurydice will direct, start saying to everyone, if you find a body, put it over in this location, so that we can count the dead and stuff.
Which speaking,
so kind of like taking over what Diana was doing.
Yes.
Which speaking
and if you find someone alive or hopefully alive, put him over by the dude.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you can, especially with your perception, passive perception, you can see that some city guard have started arriving at near the gate and are starting to take charge.
I will go speak to a captain after I message Redstone.
Okay.
It's going to be send word to locate. Hang on.
In the meantime, could I ask that?
Edit how to.
Yeah, could I ask that priest if Father Dimspoon had a private room or a private house?
You know what? I'm gonna use 2 sending spells for this.
Okay.
Oh, God damn.
So you're gonna ask him if Father Dimspoon had his own room, and
yeah,
he kind of nods. He says, "All of us that are high enough in the church have quarters here. Humble, modest, but yes, we do."
Do you think anyone else was suspicious of him?
I never spoke of it with anyone, so I do not know.
Okay.
But I imagine anyone that was, as he kind of looks around the grounds, and you see some tears just kind of forming at the corners of his eyes as he looks upon the church really for the first time, and the grounds, and seeing what's become of it. He says, I imagine any that did are in as horrid a condition as I am, if not worse.
So
I'm sorry, we didn't get your name.
Yeah, we didn't get your name.
I'm Father Rhogars Noxborough.
Okay, I have it now. And I'm gonna have to use 2 for this.
Yeah. Could he tell me the location of those rooms? Because I need to investigate that room. I'm looking for something in particular.
Yes,
I spelled it wrong,
suppose.
but I'm gonna call him Fred.
I suppose, and he tries to get to his feet.
No.
You can just tell me.
Yeah.
And he sits back down. I don't know which one specifically was his.
Fine, we can go look for it later.
He starts describing a pathway that is, you have to go through the doors in the back of the main chapel that lead to the rooms behind, where some are for storage of different things that the church uses for, for the Eucharist and other things like that. Others others are individual prayer or study rooms, and then others still things like there is kitchens on site, there is a kind of a mess, if you will, for where the clerics and the priests eat, and then there are stairs that lead down, as well as stairs that lead up into the upper floors of the back section of the church, where living quarters and other private type rooms are associated. And he explains that for his level, and that would be mostly the same level as Father Dimspoon, they would be on the 3rd floor somewhere.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, let's hear it.
And the part 1 is also something she is saying, so Redstone understands, this is gonna be in bursts.
Mm-hmm.
Part 1. Send word to locate a Father Dimspoon, or any working with him or alternate names of his across the realm. Trusted contacts only. Part 2. Do not engage. I want him found and tracked as soon as possible. They slaughtered the It's Asteron, right?
Yes.
They slaughtered the Asteron church and took the stone. Finished. So she knows it's the end of the...
Mm-hmm.
And I did count! It's exactly 50 words!
Good. Good. You wait a few moments, and you hear, "Understood. I will do my best. Father Burglecut Dimspoon. Seek out but do not engage. Trusted contacts only. I'm on it." And that's what you hear.
Cool. Was that actually his first name? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, wait. And then I will go find whoever's in charge of the guards to talk to them.
Yeah, Eurydice is setting up a triage area if there's any survivors. Any other survivors.
Okay. As you are going through and kind of doing the search and rescue, triage, etc., you do eventually find a few more survivors. In total, 5, counting Father Fredergar. But compared to the number of lost souls, it is so few. You perhaps, got 5% of the total people actually survived. Because there are close to 100 dead bodies.
Eurydice is going to go up to Fred and say, the Church of Tenebris from Brunculith will aid you in rebuilding. And we will help you bury your dead and make sure everything is okay.
And he reaches out and he takes your hand between both of his, and he says, "Bless you. May Pelor's light and the light of your goddess shine upon you.
May Tenebris guide you through the darkness."
And he's a little choked up at the offer of help and at everything that is going around, because he is basically seeing everybody that he knows and interacts with on kind of a daily basis, with the exception of 4 others.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, with the exception of 4
Eurydice
others.
Is going to start blessing the dead.
Okay.
Just with the Tenebris blessing that she knows.
And after all this was gathered up, he's been resting most of the time, but he has gathered up enough strength that after about 10 minutes of you going through and starting to bless the dead, he stands up and he actually has now kind of it looks like the wooden leg to a chair that has been strapped to another little piece. He's kind of turned into a little bit of a walking stick, a crutch to give him some more support. But he is now kind of making his way along and also beginning to bless some of his brothers and sisters in Pelor.
Yeah, and I was going to do it so that they get both blessings.
Oh yeah,
each of them.
And you can tell that he's appreciative of your efforts.
Yeah.
I have a question. Once you're done,
I may have an answer.
Are you done, Ulysses, or can I go?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, cool. So, do I find like what looks like a very high-ranking guard? Because this is the fucking main church.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. It is one of the largest churches in the city.
Cool. Do I see like a fairly high-ranking?
Second largest church in the city would actually be. I'd have to hold on. I have to pull up the list. Now you're making me look up stuff. That's in under here. And wait for this document to open. That would actually be the Church of Hieronius.
Who is the god of
Hieronius is basically he is the god of like chivalry, justice, honor, war, daring, and valor.
So I sent you a quick message, Jason, so you understand where I'm gonna go with this.
All right.
If I just need a yes or no, are you down for that?
Hold on. Let me close this so I can open that up. Okay.
Cool. So, who's the highest ranking official dude that I can see?
Right now, as things have been kind of moving relatively quickly on your end, and you've been dealing with all this stuff, and the guards themselves are, have just showed up in the last few minets.
Because I imagine it would have taken time to like get everybody situated, talk to the guy, heal him.
Exactly. The highest ranking you currently see at this point in time, you would guess that is probably some kind of sergeant, or maybe a master sergeant. You're not exactly sure the difference between the ranks on some of these, so you're not sure which is higher. But
so she's gonna go over to them and go, "Excuse me, sir. Who exactly is in charge at the moment among you?"
That'd be Master Sergeant Riley over there.
Is he here?
Yes,
all right, thank you.
Right
and
there.
she's like, "Thank you," and she'll go over to.
He's commander of the scene.
She will go over to Master Sergeant Riley and go, excuse me, sir, you're the one helping lead the efforts, yes?
Yes, I am. As you kind of got the attention when you mentioned his name, you see spin around. Not what you were expecting from someone in charge of the scene.
Is this the guy that Oak and Rhea met?
No.
Oh.
No, but he kind of spins around. Not what you were expecting. This is a fairly diminutive-looking half-elf. The guy you just spoke to before that said this guy's in charge was like, a good foot taller than this guy. And,
is it pretty much the difference
huge.
Between a grunt and one of the officers?
Not really. This guy, you get the impression that he's not an officer either.
Okay.
But for some reason, he's in charge right now.
His rank was Master Sergeant?
Master Sergeant, yep.
Okay.
Master Sergeant Riley. And he's a half-elf. He's only about 5'9", and probably like, you're estimating maybe 150 pounds?
Master Sergeant Riley, how
Yes.
easy would it be for you to get in contact with those in the castle for an audience in regards to what happened here?
You're asking me?
Who would I need to speak to?
That would actually have to be our one of the officers in charge. I'm scene commander because I'm the highest ranking guy here right now.
How long will it take you to get in contact with one of them?
Oh, jeez.
Because this
I
was
would
an attack
imagine.
on the kingdom, not just the church.
Oh, I realize that, ma'am. I imagine probably not more than a couple minutes before one of them will end up showing up here.
May I request that you introduce me when they get here?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. We'll probably. I mean, you may have to talk to our captain. He's probably going to be the highest ranking person that will show up on a scene like this. But I mean, if you want to, I mean, maybe he can help you on that. But if you want an audience with, you know, he kind of looks over towards the direction of where you know the main castle is for Asteron. Kind of look in that direction. He's like, if you want to get in with them, you're gonna probably have to speak to, like, I don't know, Major General or higher.
Where would I find one?
Yeah, they don't hang around with us grunts. I wouldn't know where exactly they're at. They're, you know.
Very well. When your captain gets here, please direct him over to me.
Sure thing, ma'am. I can do that. Is everything else handled here? Have you are the people I've sent over there taking care of the wounded appropriately? I know there's not many of them.
We also have our own private healer assisting with injuries and whatnot. I've also been having, and she'll just go into like a long spiel of, oh yeah, I've already been having people do this, and this, and along with having people move this over there, and she's handling that, and just go into a long spiel of, this is not my first rodeo.
And he's like, I appreciate you getting things started, but this is now, you know, a matter for us. We do appreciate the help. However, at this time, you know, you can rest. We will take it from here.
And she's just gonna wait for the captain to show up.
Yeah. That's fine. I wouldn't imagine.
Because she's just gonna keep pulling the, I want to talk to your manager until she gets who she wants.
Yeah, like I said, I would imagine he'll probably show up maybe the next 10-15 minutes. I'm sure. I know I've sent word out, so by the time that gets there and he gets here, probably 10-15 minutes from now.
Eurydice, does she see Diana talking to Guardman?
Yeah. I mean, they're right out in the open in the grounds.
Can I guess what she's trying to do?
You know what? Given how close we've been friends, I can give you. How high is your insight?
Yes.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
you could probably piece together what she's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're
is figure out who she
manager?
needs. Yeah, she's trying to figure out who to talk to, so that way she can get an audience with the king.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eurydice is gonna go to Fred, Father Fred.
Okay.
Double F.
Double F. He's double F.
Fuck face.
That's what I was thinking too.
She's going to just forgive me for being so bold, sir, Father.
Yes.
Would you mind, out of everyone who survived, I'm sorry to ask this, who's the highest ranking member of the church now?
He kind of looks over towards the other four that are being tended to and kind of resting. He looks and he kind of lowers his head a little bit. And he seems to be... well, give me an insight check on this.
How high is your passive?
28. That's my passive. My insight check is 27.
Okay. Yeah. You get the feeling he is upset and resigned as to a decision as he says this. It would be me. And like as those words come out of his mouth, I mean, you get the the feeling like he doesn't want that position of power, especially considering what has just happened that put him in that position.
And Eurydice will just like kind of put a hand on his good shoulder and gently squeeze, like in like reassurance, and be like, I understand. I didn't want this position. I didn't really want my position either. And I ask that you put me and my friends, that you request that me and my friends are in charge of this investigation.
I can try.
Good call.
Because we know about the stones. We know what they can do. And we're trying to stop that.
He kind of nods his head a little bit.
Thank you.
I will do what I can.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure that the envoys from my church get here sooner rather than later.
Thank you.
Eurydice will go over to Diana.
Did you say envoys?
No, she said invoice. They're charging him.
Yes,
no.
exactly. Or whatever,
I
whatever.
thought it was pronounced envoys.
Envoys.
It's envoys, yeah.
Envoys, whatever.
Invoice, I was like, damn,
Whatever.
fucked up.
I don't know how to pronounce shit.
No, that's
know how to
fine. It's why
spell
I was
shit.
confused.
I know how to
That's why I
pronounce
was
shit.
confused.
It's shit. S-H-I-T. Shit. That's how you pronounce
Shut
it.
up.
Or shite for shite.
Well, yeah, that's a little different, though.
I don't know how to pronounce things, so
That's all
fuck
good.
You know what? That's a mood.
We understood what you meant.
off. But she'll go over to Diana and she'll just request that, hey, can you send a message or sending to my one of my family members that you would have definitely met.
God. I mean,
For your
I've
great
already
uncle or
burned
your great
two
great
of
uncle?
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
great granduncle.
Great
Or
grand.
great-
I always get that.
Diana-
I always get the grand.
Yeah,
I always forget
Diana
that.
admittedly will look at Eurydice and be like, I kind of already used 2 of my 3.
Eurydice will go over to Jacob and be like, hey, can you send a message or sending to my granduncle?
Wait, you said you already used 2 out of 3 of your spell slots? What level are they?
Thirds.
Oh, yes, I can do that. I can help you with this.
Ooh.
Like, I could use other spell slots, but I would like to keep at least 1/3.
No, I can just straight up help give you back your spell slots.
I would love that. I would appreciate that greatly.
She'll still ask
Um,
Jacob. Just tell
I
him
will
we
help
need...
you regain 2 of them.
I would still appreciate a 3rd level back.
Hold on, let me read this real quick
If
to make
nothing
sure I
else.
understand.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, and Eurydice is going to ask Jacob, Gavin, what are you doing at this time?
I would have went to go look for Father Dimspin's room.
Okay. So you began searching up there. What information do you have about him other than what he looks like?
I'm just going off what he looks like and the information. I'm assuming there can't be that many rooms up here.
Okay, so you get up to the 3rd floor, which is what Father Rhogars said that rank would be at. And this building is quite large. There are at least 30 small rooms up here. It's taking you some time to search through them to try to figure out whose room is whose, especially considering all of the smoke damage from the fire that happened down below, as well as some fire damage. It seems that as you are kind of investigating this, that when the explosion and the fire happened, that the fire didn't catch the entire church, only parts of it, and it was mostly towards the front and not towards this section. And what few priests were able to did their best to try to put it out, so it didn't actually. That's why the entire church isn't consumed.
Oh, once Eurydice is done talking to Jacob and stuff, she would have gone inside, gone to the blast hole, and there's still smoke coming out of it, right?
Yes.
She would have used create water to make a to smother or quell any fire that's still there.
Okay. Okay. So Gavin, I need an investigation check from you.
Yeah. This is option A. Could I? Because they all wear the same clothes. Could I cast locate object and try to be like Father Dinspoon's clothes, like his priestly gown?
Unfortunately, the way locate object would work is unless you like had a piece of his clothing specifically from that clothing, it's going to show you pretty much all of the robes that are around. Period. Like you're gonna be like, oh, well, within 1,000 feet of me, look at all these. Which one do I go for?
Okay, so option 2, which is so fucking rude, but I'm like, I don't want to be stuck up here all month long, would be spending 11 minutes and contacting that secretary again.
Oh my god.
Well, I will tell you that
You could also just go get like Eurydice
while
or
everything
someone
is while everything is going on, you've had that time if that is what you choose to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, I feel like he would spend like a good like 5 minutes. Nah, he'll spend like a good 10 minutes, like looking around.
Okay.
You know, him and Doug the frog.
Okay.
We're just out here searching around.
Well, what did you get on your investigation check?
Oh, the 30, natural
30.
20.
Oh, nice. Oh, another nat 20. Yeah, nat 20s. Hold on.
Oh,
Nat 20 fiesta.
Wait, can I add
Boom.
anything to that?
So
What
nat
do I add
20.
for my hunter?
All right. So you got a 30 on that.
Yeah.
So as you're looking around, you kind of digging through a couple different rooms, seeing if you notice anything in particular. And one thing you do notice is that in each room, there is actually a kind of a small wicker basket, and it looks like it has folded clothes in the wicker basket in each room, and then kind of written on these wicker baskets are, the person's name. Okay. And you're smart enough to figure out, it looks like, oh look, it's kind of like they have a laundry service type thing where where the higher up in the priesthood, they put their dirty clothes in this basket that gets picked up by the lower levels, lower level people, parishioners or whoever is, friars and stuff. And then they take that and they go wash it, and then they bring it back folded and drop it in their room. So you figured that out. And so you just start looking in each room, and eventually the 13th room that you look in, you see on the basket it says Dim Spoon.
Okay. I am going to close the door, lock it. Oh, just if anyone comes to the door, I need to be like sealed in this room. I am going to top to bottom thoroughly investigate this room. I'm looking in particular.
Hey, any chance he would be within 60 feet of me?
Where he's at, no.
Damn. I was like, I'll give you a free bardic die, buddy. Give you a free D10. But you're not near me. Well, no. Can I message Gavin and be like, "Hey, what you doing, buddy?"
He is not within 120 feet of you.
Really?
You were outside
Yeah,
talking to
Also, I
someone.
figured by now I would have meandered my way back
Even if
inside,
you meandered back
waiting.
to the main building of the church, this is a huge building, and
You
he
know
is on
what,
the
Valid?
third. He is on the third floor in the back section. You know,
Valid.
which is so.
I'm trying.
I
Sorry.
know.
And it can't go through walls.
Yeah, message
Yeah,
can't do
so
that.
I will.
Intuition tells
Yeah.
me Gavin needs inspiration.
I should
have a
be
feeling.
okay.
I believe in you.
Yeah, so I have, my good trusted frog here. We're both part of the Finders Guild. I mean, my parents own it.
All right. I
And
keep
my
forgetting you're
mom
part of
owns
that thing. Investigation's literally your forte.
Yeah, I'm the mark of finding.
My bad.
And that's why I was like, if I just have like peace and quiet, just me and my frog, we will find. So
Yeah,
I am looking for.
We will find what needs to be found.
I mean, I'm fine with only getting a garment, but I'm really looking for. This is outrageous. A body part, a lock of hair, a bit of a nail, or something alike.
Okay. You are. Well, first roll investigation for the room.
Okay. All right. Not as
I
good.
will
Almost
find you.
another 20, but it is a 24.
24. Okay. Ooh. Excuse me. All right.
I really can't add anything to that. No.
You're actually very surprised at how pristine this room is. There is
Probably for that reason.
There is not a single hair or piece of a fingernail or anything like that you can find. In fact, this room doesn't really even look like it's been used.
Okay.
Everything is in perfect order. However, with that high of a roll, one thing you do find is that in this room, which consists of a very small nightstand that has one drawer, a small little oil lamp, a simple cot bed, wooden frame with, just nice white sheets, a white blanket for cold nights, and a simple pillow. A small table with a wash basin on it, and then a simple wooden desk and chair, not very large. And then the wicker basket is here, and a couple shelves for some more personal effects, but there's nothing on those shelves. But you do find under the desk, kind of in like what looks to be a leather strap that was like kind of somehow glued or fastened to the underside of the desk, there is a small book that is slid into that.
Yeah, I'll take out my small knife from my adventuring gear and try to chip away at it without like damaging anything.
Okay. Yep, you're able to do that without much problem. And you get, and this book isn't very big. It's maybe, maybe 6 inches tall, 4 inches, wide, and just like an inch and a half deep, maybe at most, maybe more like an inch deep. And it just seemed to have been kind of like held in place by this leather strap.
Okay. I'm going to take his wicker basket.
Okay.
Just because it has his name on it. So it's technically a belonging to him.
Okay.
But do I feel like this book... well, I guess I'll look through the book really quickly.
Okay. You start kind of flipping through the
100%.
book, and every single page is blank.
Oh, I will cast
Lemons and put heat on it. We're gonna do this Declaration of Independence style.
I will burn a spell slot
Okay.
to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Because I have the spell. If I know what the spell is.
It radiates magic.
Okay. I'm assuming since I learned the school, it's probably illusion. If it has a school.
Hold on. Actually, no. It comes up as abjuration.
Oh. It's not illusory script. Okay, well, this is the first time I've ever fucking taken notes in D&D. Let me add that to my log. Abjuration. Since the book is blank, I guess this would just count as a possession, possibly. Yeah, I guess since I can't find any hair, I'm not going to be able to get, a good scrying spell off on him. But, yeah, I'll take the wicker basket and I'll take the book. And yeah, I would head back downstairs to find the other wizard. I'm like, wizards, bro, we gotta stick together.
Okay. All right.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here like, so how many people has Diana already gone to? Hey, when's your boss getting here?
Awful Karen.
Or how quickly can you get me in contact with them? She's trying to prolong as long as she can before she has to pull the I am a queen and I am demanding an audience.
Yeah. All right.
Card.
So, what currently happens is Jacob and Zeroth, what are you doing?
I mean, I guess Jacob would just send the message that was requested of him.
Okay. Which was what exactly?
To Eurydice's granduncle that, hey, we need the church people in Asteron to help with destruction of main church of Palor.
Okay. And you get a response back. Understand. Help destroy the Church of Palor.
No,
I'm just joking.
No.
I'm just fucking with you. Yes, your message goes through, and
she's screaming into his ear like he's a telephone. Just like, no.
That's not how. Okay.
Yeah, you. No, you get a response back that, in a nutshell, states, "Okay, we'll make preparations right away, and
leave as soon." She would have said, "Leave as soon as possible."
Yeah, we will send as many as we can, as soon as we can.
Okay.
So that's kind of the response you get. Zeroth, what about you?
As far as Zeroth, he was helping out with the church and all that, and after everybody kind of started wandering, he was promised food, and people walked away. So now I'm gonna go
shit
find
kind of
food.
got more important.
Okay.
Eurydice did give him food money.
I mean, that is true.
Okay.
So Zeroth is going to go.
You have 10 gold food money.
So yeah, Zeroth kind of wanders outside of church grounds, and
Please don't go too far.
not too far away, like literally like a block away. There are a couple different food carts, and for 10 gold, oh boy, you made their day, and you have your hands full, buddy. You basically just kind of bought out all 3 carts if that is what you wanted to do. Because 10 gold goes a long way when it comes to food.
Is there an empty cart? Not their cart. Is there just an empty cart in the area?
give me an investigation check.
The one time I roll a nat 20. Only with food.
Did you roll a nat 20?
Yes.
Oh my god. Awesome. Yes. Nat 20 spam. Oh, that's not it.
I am looking for a cart so I can put all of my food on
Yep,
it, and
with
then I'm
the-
going to push it back to the truck.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would help if you don't eat it all. It would actually help with some of the injured and whatnot.
Yeah, no, you
That's
You-
where I
you
was
managed to-
going.
with that high of an investigation check, you kind of look around and look down some alleys and kind of looking for one in specific, and you actually see one it's not the best shape. It's a little hand cart, kind of in an alley. Looks like it's been kind of beat the fuck up, but you know, it'll do. And well, technically, you're strong enough. You don't really need the wheels to work perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna put everything on the cart, and I'm gonna pick up the cart and carry it
Yeah.
over.
You know what?
there you
Valid.
When Zeroth gets back,
Mhm.
she's gonna give him 50 gold to go see if the food stand provider
Mhm.
will like bring over food for everyone who was working
Okay.
for the search and rescue.
That sounds
And-
very good.
Then she's gonna go up to Diana and she'd be like, so we getting anywhere with asking for the manager thing?
Currently, I am waiting for the Master Sergeant's captain. I will be speaking to the captain to try and get an audience with one of the generals.
Cool. Have you pulled your trump card out?
Nope, not yet. I'm gonna
Cool.
try to hold that off as long as I can.
Yet? Eurydice will go to the Master Sergeant. She's gonna pull out her axe, like not threateningly, just show him the symbol on it. She's like, I'm the High Priestess of the Church of Tenebris and Bren Coolith. I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
I'd like to speak to your manager. And Diana's just like, Eurydice, that's not... A High Priestess doesn't have as much pull as... Okay.
I'm also the lady, I'm also Lady Moonacre of Brent Coolith.
Okay.
If that helps.
You know what? I
And
don't
this
know
is
if he'll
this
even
is
know who the
Master
fuck
Sergeant
you are.
Riley that you're talking to.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And she does say, I'd like to speak to your manager. In a very deadpan voice, like she's like she's had to do this before.
I feel like this guy can see Diana behind Eurydice with this look of, really? Now is when you do it kind of a look?
And she's just like, it gets results faster, honestly.
It does, but at the same time, we don't need to be constantly announcing who we are, where
No.
anyone can hear us.
Now, as you are kind of discussing this, and Master Sergeant Riley's kind of a little bit wide-eyed, like not sure exactly what to do here, and he's trying to coordinate efforts, and all of a sudden you're kind of up in his face, like, yeah, High Priest of Tenebris here, and he's like, oh shit.
I'd like to contact you. I would try to contact you about your church's extended warranty.
Extended warranty?
I would like to talk to you about the Book of Tenebris.
Yes,
would you-
exactly.
But
Have you heard about Our Lady and Savior Tenebris?
Tenebris. But as he's kind of trying to stammer out some kind of response, and he seems like a competent man, but he is also not. You can tell, both of you, fairly easily. He's not used to dealing with, directly with people as high rank as a high priestess. So
Eurydice, I
he's
think
a little
I've
bit.
broken his brain a bit.
He's a little
Eurydice
intimidated.
will just like, okay, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
All you gotta go do, we can handle it here. Just go run.
I
and get
understand.
him.
I can't leave my post until and at that point in time, you hear, Master Sergeant!
Oh, good. The manager's here.
And
Except he's not who we actually need to talk to.
and
It's one of them.
the Master Sergeant turns around at
Hopefully we can get a branch manager
the
around
gruff
here soon.
voice of a dwarf who has just kind of come through the broken down gates of the compound. That is the thing, and he's
Do I recognize any crests he might be wearing? Like clan crests?
no.
Damn.
No, he is not currently wearing any clan crests of any kind. And you see the Master Sergeant quickly, step 2, perfect, form and salute, and says, Captain Sonorsk, I currently have the situation under control. My briefing is as such, and he just begins to rattle off everything what the current situation is, and this takes about 30 seconds or so. But then at the end of it, he says, "We also have a request by a civilian and a high priestess of Tenebris to speak with you on something."
And Diana will gently lay her hand on Eurydice's shoulder with the look of, may I?
Go ahead.
And, because she didn't want to be like, if Eurydice wants to run with this, but, like, she is built for talking.
Yeah, no, Eurydice is like, let my compatriot, I'll let my compatriot do the talking.
So Diana will step forward and go, Captain, it's wonderful for you to finally arrive. I do apologize. We've been trying to help with the efforts as much as we can.
You were the ones who discovered the place.
Good. I have some questions for you then.
Wonderful. My first question is, when can I speak to one of the generals?
And what would your purpose for that be?
Well, this is a full attack on a kingdom from a group that we've been handling ourselves quite well and have been tracking for a while now.
And who are you?
My name is Lady Diana Caputo Zerline. I am the Queen of the Northern Shifter Kingdoms. And I'm requesting an audience with your generals and king.
And I'm Eurydice's Moonanchor, High Priestess of Tenebris and Branculus, and Lady and Matriarch of the Moonanchor clan.
Holy shit. Nat 20s abound tonight. I even rolled one. He looks at both of you for a little bit. He doesn't seem intimidated by this, but he does seem to be showing some manner of respect in his kind of his body language. He says, and be that as it may, proper channels must be used.
I understand, hence why I'm asking for your assistance.
Very well.
Because the attack that was brought upon this kingdom is also from a group that has been causing our own homes much issue. So I would like to speak with the king and the generals on how we may assist each other to protect our homes.
And we may know why this happened.
I will have someone put the request in to start the process, but I need some answers myself first. And
I will do as best
gestures.
I can.
Yep, he gestures, kind of to the side, outside the gate, to this kind of compound of the Temple of Palor, to where there's, some benches and stuff. Just a little bit outside, so that you guys can sit down.
Can I make a perception check to make sure no one's listening in on us?
Sure.
Because I just want to be safe.
Yep.
A small child is standing next to you.
The small bean.
Sup? I was gonna throw my name in there, but you think you guys got this?
Yeah, no, yeah, Gavin's standing right next to us. He's just there. We didn't notice him.
What was
I
that?
got
I just
26.
teleported
26? Okay.
He's been standing behind Diana
Yep.
the whole time.
Yeah, you notice
fine.
Zeroth is standing right next to the bench with a cart full of food, eating an entire chicken. No, I'm just joking.
Oh,
No, he
God.
probably would.
No, he's brought that inside. He's not next to the bench. No,
He was over there on the bench.
no, you guys.
I was over on the bench.
You guys, both of you and this captain have seats on the bench, and you don't look like there's anyone eavesdropping or nearby. And he says, "All right, explain to me what happened from the beginning." And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Good, because I'm
Yep.
really hungry.
Yeah, I am hungry and tired. So, thank you all for watching. We hope you had a good time. I know I had a great time tonight. I hope all my players did as well. And hopefully, thankfully, yes, our audio worked tonight. Yay, got that fixed.
Yay.
So we will see you again next week, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for our 100th episode
Oh my god, really?
of The Blackest Heart.
Are we celebrating?
Absolutely.
Yay!
All right, so we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.